woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman. And as Muslims, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us to respect our women and to protect our women. And the only time a Muslim really gets real violent is when someone goes to molest his woman. We will kill you for our woman. I'm making it plain, yes. We will kill you for our woman. We believe that if the white man will do whatever is necessary to see that his woman gets respect and protection, then you and I will never be recognized as men until we stand up like men and place the same penalty over the head of anyone who puts his filthy hands out to put in the direction of our women.
Integrated with it. We want to be separated from it. We want to please God. We want to get on God's side, so God will be on our side. We want to make ourselves acceptable to God. We don't want to make ourselves acceptable to the white man. We're not trying to impress the white man. We shake his hand, we show him respect, but we're not trying to make no love with the white man. Let him love his own kind and let us love our own kind. Let him unite his own kind and let us unite our own kind. Let him live in his neighborhood and let us live in our neighborhood. Let him run his community and let us run our community. If the white cops are going to be in the white community, let us have some black ones. Let us have some black precincts. Let us have some black merchants. Let us have some black stores. Let us have something black in a black community. We are tired of looking into the face of these blue-eyed exploiters who are taking advantage of our people. I've enjoyed you. Brothers and sisters, I want, in the name of Allah, the all-wise, true and living God, the one to whom all praise is due, we thank him together in unity and harmony. As you know, the white man is always looking for you to cut up, start something that he can blame on us. So as you disperse from this meeting this afternoon, we want you to be cool, calm, collected. Don't let anyone hurt you or provoke you into becoming involved in any kind of trouble. On the other hand, we still don't teach you to turn the other cheek. We don't in any way at any time teach you to turn the other cheek. May then have something to fight for. Give us part of this country. And then if it's attacked, we got something to fight for. But the days are gone when you think you can draft this little black man who's sitting up here in the slums and ghettos of Harlem, who receives nothing but the worst schools and the worst education, who can't even get a decent job while that cracker is out of his mind. If he thinks our people are dumb enough to go running after him today into some kind of war that he's going to instigate and start for his own mercenary benefit. Those days are over. We believe, yes, let him fight his own war. Let him fight his own battle. If you and I can't fight in Mississippi, we got no business fighting over someplace else. If we're going to be nonviolent at home, we're going to be nonviolent abroad. We believe our women should be respected and protected as the women of other nationalities are respected and protected. And as I said at our last rally, the reason you never see any of our Muslim sisters out here, we have a fear. We fear that you will molest them. You might step on one. You might nudge one. And when you put your hand on a Muslim sister, we are obligated by our religion to let your head roll in the street. We are obligated. We are religiously obligated to take the life of the man who disrespects our women. And 4 policemen on that corner one night, I was told a week later, had the audacity to approach one of our sisters. And I think that the word should go around that this is the wrong thing to do. This is a dangerous thing to do. In fact, it's dangerous anywhere in Harlem today for a white man to show disrespect to a black woman. It's dangerous for the white man to do this. And I think you'll agree it is dangerous.
Mississippi appendectomy is a phrase that describes the forced sterilization of Black women, mainly but not only in the South. And the reason why the phrase is so powerful is because it's naming a practice of deceiving Black women, because often people were admitted to the hospital and told, for example, they had to get their appendix removed, and really they were given a hysterectomy or tubal ligation.
This is a culture that wants us to talk about the political and the cultural. Much more than talking about the foundation of it all is exploitation. So the economic dimension is the exploitation of Black women's labor and Black women's bodies. It's that fundamental.
What is good, my people? We are live back with another live broadcast on the forecast. And shouts out to Erica. And the link is only for Erica. You know what I'm saying? That the link is only for Erica right now. I'll put it out again later after we done. But I definitely want to shout out to Erica for giving us some time, today to come through and talk about her story. And this goes back to a saying that I saw on the internet, one day. And a sister was saying, the police to Black women, the doctors to Black women are what the police are to Black men. And I was like, man, that makes a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? And what's going on, Erica?
Hey, Forecast, how you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for coming on, Erica.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, for sure. Because I think that your story is definitely something. Like I was saying, they say the police, the doctors are to Black women what the police are to Black men. And I was like, man, that's a deep statement. And then the more that I hear Black women talking about their experiences, my mom was talking about last time she went to the doctor, this was a while ago, not like a couple of months ago. But she was like, they didn't even take her blood pressure. They didn't care. They feel like, Black women don't feel pain. They don't listen. And every time that a Black woman says that she's complaining or something, nobody takes it serious. So, and the point is, of course, they're never going to take it serious. But if we hear our stories and the stuff that we go through, we'll realize, man, we got to get back to what we was doing and recreate our own hospitals and protect our women, our children, our brothers, everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't mean to hold you up too long, Erica. I don't want to take too much of your time. So how you doing, though, first of all?
Oh, I'm doing good today. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
That's what's up, Eric.
I have as much time as you have. I don't have anything to do tomorrow. My dialysis days change. So instead of going to dialysis on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I go on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays now.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, because I know for me today is like a Friday for me. I was working today, so I'm off tomorrow, so I'm good. But and by the way, Erica, I meant to tell you to send me some some of the stuff for Chef in the Chair, because I want to talk about it before and after. So if you get a chance, just text me, because I'm gonna show that too. I want to show Chef in the Chair. You know what I'm saying, and what you're doing, and definitely support you, because I'm waiting on the cotton candy cake. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know. I got you.
I am going to send you that cotton candy cake. I just got an order today for some oatmeal raisin cookies, but I put rum in my mix for the oatmeal raisin these for the grown folks. I make some for the kids too. The girl's like, please, can you make them? I was like, yeah, I'll make them for you. She thought that I was still on the hiatus, but I'm ready to start that baking now.
Yeah, and let me tell y'all, man, Erica is the truth. And at some point, if you get a chance, send me something, about your business, and I'm gonna put it up there. But first of all, just introduce her, because everybody already know Erica is Team Black. She's the one that be holding me and Bakari down for real, the one that was putting in the work. And then, I know y'all know this for a while, that Erica wasn't here. Of course we was boosting you up, but we definitely missed you, and we glad that you, back, because, I ain't gonna lie, you kind of scared me.
Yeah, I had got this. Ooh, just had got real sick. I had a heart attack first of all, and one of my legs was already amputated. I was wearing a prosthesis, and I had a heart attack and went into the hospital. And while they were seeing about that, they noticed that I had like a little bitty spot under the bottom of it was my big toe, a little bitty spot, like a pin, uh, like a pin stick. That's how small the spot was. So they wanted me to see this lady named Dr. Lou. She's an Asian lady. I do not like Dr. Lou, period. And I told them that. But what they were saying was that, well, you're going to have to see her because she's the only doctor that does wound care, which I knew that they was lying. But, now here in my area, before you can see any other doctor, you have to have a referral. So they would not write me a referral. So I'm waiting and waiting and waiting to see Dr. Lou. I'm calling every day. My family was calling. We was calling and calling and calling to try to get in to see her. To finally, my toe gained green. And
Hey, Erica, how long was it that you was waiting before they finally saw you?
I haven't seen her yet.
Damn.
I haven't seen her yet. She said that the reason why she wouldn't see me is because I missed an appointment back in 2017. And it was 2000, that was last year when I got sick.
So you saying, all right, and so I want to go through this kind of, what I'm saying, like kind of walk through it, what I'm saying? So pretty much you saying like you had got sick, you went to the doctor, they told you had to go see this other person, but so y'all was trying to reach out, and they just never got back to you, and eventually
Everybody, even the other doctors, was trying to reach out to her because what they wanted her to do, she's a wound care doctor and she's an infectious disease doctor. They wanted her to give me the exact kind of antibiotics that was going to help with the gangrene, but she wouldn't even see me because she was, and she had the power to do that, to not see me because, you can see who you want to see. She knew that I was in dire needs and she didn't care. And so, gangrene moves rapidly. And on top of having the gangrene, I already have artery disease. So with that gangrene and with me having artery disease, the gangrene, it moved rapidly, and they had to cut my leg off. When I tell you that my whole foot, my foot was as black as paint.
now Erica, and first of all, what up, Bakari? What's going on, Considra? Now, this is crazy, Erica. Like, yo, I want to ask you this though? Like you were saying, because I want you to kind of touch on this part too. You were saying the doctor said that you missed an appointment in 2017, so they was like they're not gonna see you. Like, Like, what was
Yes.
you like? And can you do that first of all? And like, what do you mean? Like what happened with that?
I missed an appointment in I missed an appointment in 2017 because I was in the hospital. And they explained that to her.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, she just came and said, like, oh well, she like you missed an appointment.
She told another doctor that I'm not going to see her because she missed an appointment in 2017. And so the doctor said, if you go back and look at her records, he was like, Erica don't miss appointments, and if she do, something is wrong. And he said, I looked back the day that she had the appointment, she was already in the hospital. And
Yeah,
so it was too late being in. She was ashamed to, she didn't want to face me. But Dr. Lou is a very, very nasty doctor. And a lot of people here in my area, black people, talk about how nasty she is and how she cut their limbs off for no reason at all because she's also a wound care doctor.
like, so you think she just be like, that's her go-to treatment is just like to cut people's limbs off and stuff?
I know for a fact
Hmm.
that that's what she does because one of the black doctors that was working in her office, his name is, I'm not gonna say his name, but we became real good friends, and I catered his wedding, and so we became real good friends. And he told me that she cut people limbs off for no reason, and he went on and left that practice. He didn't even work in my area anymore, but we became friends, you know. And I would hear people saying the same thing. Dr. Lou loved to cut. The first thing, if something happened to you, if something wrong, if something is wrong with your limbs or your feet, she's not going to give you the medicine or the treatment. She's going to cut. Because like when you have serious wounds, there's a lot of treatments that you can go through to heal those wounds up with. And one of the treatments is a hyperbaric treatment. And that's like you're in a room and what they're doing, they're pumping pure oxygen to that wound to heal it. But they get money for taking your limbs.
They get money for it?
Yeah. Yes.
Damn. Yeah, so you saying like, so pretty much like she just do that because she probably gonna get paid more. So like her first diagnosis would probably be like, oh yeah, you need to.
She do it to black people. And I also have a friend of my the very best friend, my sister. Like this is more than my friend. This is like my sister. And she worked in her office for a little while. And my friend was like, "Ooh, Erica, you should hear how Dr. Lou talk about patients." I said, I already know. I can imagine.
Hey, is she what is she? She like white or like an Indian
She's
or
an
what?
Asian.
Asian.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hmm.
Now, Erica, I want to ask you a couple more questions. Let me show you something because I know like when you got sick they kind of like diagnosed you wrong, but also like I want to show you this because I know when you said that you was talking about pain, and I know this is a common thing with black women that like they don't believe you when you say like, yo, this is hurting or this is wrong or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Now I think it's already crazy that a doctor be like, oh, you missed the appointment in 2017, so yo, it is what it is. Not only is that stupid as far as business, but that's pretty sick. But so check this, hopefully I get this right. So check this out, right? So health leaders, okay, so I think I got the wrong thing. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, I got the right thing. So this is like with black people, you know what I'm saying? We are higher risk of stroke and all of this stuff, you know. Wait, hold on. Let me
The risk of
think I got it wrong, Erica. My bad. Uh okay, let me just play
stroke
this.
than white women. One local health agency launched a new program to reduce.
Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to play. My bad. I got it wrong, Erica. This is the right one.
Now she says,
Good morning, Doc. I was at work all night and I just got off, but you know what? You were so out of pocket that I had to make time for you. When the ED patient tries to explain why they can only have morphine for pain. Oh God, that's so funny. I'm crying. Tylenol extra strength it is. Medical humor. Sir, you have way too much education and make way too much money, or have the potential to make too much money to be doing stupid things like this on social media. And then you had the unmitigated gall to tag figs and cuts. I most certainly hope, you know what, I'm going to tag them too. I most certainly hope that you're not sponsoring this doctor in any way, because that means that you are co-signing gaslighting patients, not treating pain, and further stigmatizing people who are in pain and people who may have substance use disorder. Is that what Figs and Cuts does? Because if that's what you're doing, I don't want any part of y'all. Y'all expensive enough as it is. I don't need to be spending $100 on a set knowing that you sponsored this crap. Sorry. It's early and that made me upset. I mean, if you can sponsor people like this, you damn sure could sponsor me. I need some scrubs and I do good things. I actually advocate for patients.
All right, so I had another one. I messed this up, Erica, because I was trying to rush it. But it was talking about black women and they like, you know, pain they experience and they don't really believe it. So like, yeah, what's your experience with that?
When black people come into the hospital, the ER, no, they do not believe that you are in pain. I told you that when they amputated my leg, they gave me Tylenol afterwards.
Like regular Tylenol in the store, it's kind of Tylenol?
The Tylenol that you can get out, extra strength Tylenol, 2 Tylenols, 2 500 milligram Tylenol.
In the hospital?
In the hospital. And I was so wrecked with pain until I was shaking. And my regular doctor came in and he was like, Erica, I'm not used to you crying. And I said, I'm hurting. He said, why are you hurting? I said, because they haven't gave me any pain meds. And he said, oh, the pain meds are not working? I said, no, I don't have any pain meds. He said, what you mean you don't have any pain meds? I said, they're giving me Tylenol. And he looked at me in horror. And he said, oh no, I'm about to take care of this right now. And I was in so much pain until the morphine didn't work. They had to give me something a step higher than morphine, which is the Latin. And I was in so much pain, and you know, they had it to where I had to take it every 2 hours. And right at the 2-hour mark, I would be right back in pain, and the nurse would take her time giving it to me. They didn't care.
And you know what's crazy? And Bakari can attest to this because I talked to you like, you know, when I could. And, you know, that's what I'm saying. Erica was still like asking about everybody else, even doing all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? That she was hoping that everybody was okay. But like I talked to you and I saw and I heard how much pain that you was actually in, you know what I'm saying? And then
it would be sometimes y'all Bakari and Forecast would call me, and you know, I would be talking to them out of breath because I was in pain, and I was so glad that they called me and that I heard from them. But I would tell them, I'm not trying to be funny, but I really can't talk. I really can't even text right now because I don't feel good and I'm in a lot of pain. But I promise I'm going to get back to y'all. I'm going to talk to y'all. Didn't I, Forecast?
Yeah, like, and you before you even said that, you would be like, you would ask about how everybody's doing, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even like sometimes you was out of it, Erica. You know what I'm saying? Because you was like pain, and you was like, yo, I'm hurting so bad, and they won't listen to me. They won't give me nothing. And like this was like during the process. You know what I'm saying? And they like the doctors won't give me anything. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If it was me, I would put the lady on blast. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to, but that's what I'm saying. But
It was a lot of times, a lot of nights. Oh my goodness, that I would be just laying there crying. And um, you know, I'm the only child. I don't have any brothers or sisters. So all I have is really is my uncles and my aunt. And one of my uncles, he would be real upset. I really couldn't tell him what was going on. And I would be crying, and he could tell that I was crying, and he would want to come up to the hospital and fight, but I didn't want my uncle to come up there because I knew if he came up there, it wasn't going to be pretty. And I knew what was going to happen to him and stuff. So sometimes sometimes I just laid up there in the bed, really, and just cried. And let me tell you something. You really can't let them see you crying in the hospital because they equate that with crazy and they try to do other things to you. And I was also depressed about my other leg being cut off. So I did used to cry, but you cannot let them see you crying because, they want to take it a step further. And anybody that lose their limb, I promise you, you're going to get depressed and you're going to cry at some point, but that don't mean that you're crazy. So,
yo, Erica, that's crazy. And first of all, I'm sorry, yo. Shouts out to Buwana. Shouts out to Raw. You know what I'm saying? Definitely Raw. You right. Namra X. Shouts out to you. Erica, what do you mean though? Like if they see you crying, like what else? What would they do to you?
well, they were saying one of the black nurses, um, she walked in on me crying, and she said, "Erica, you better get yourself together." She said, "I know why you crying. I would cry too." She said, "But if these white folks see you crying, they're going to say that you depressed." I said, "I am depressed." She said, "I know, but they're going to try to put you on the sixth floor, and they're going to take it a step further, like saying that I'm crazy and maybe suicidal, and yeah, they do stuff like that to us for real."
So like even if you was crying just because you was in pain, they would be like, "Oh, it's because she's depressed. Let me put her up on this." Like that's crazy right there.
Mm, yeah, they do us like that. They do black people like that.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Man, no,
Hmm.
so Erica, let me ask you this, right? Because I remember at one point, like you went home and then and then you wasn't okay though, but you still went home. And I noticed that you was like always tired, you know what I'm saying? You was like, yo, I'm hurting so bad. And then they actually let you go home, but then you ended up having to go back and it was way worse to the point where, it was like, crazy for a second.
After
Like,
I
yo,
got the after I got my leg amputated, they sent me. Oh my goodness. Whew. They sent me. I had to go to rehab to learn how to maneuver with, being a double amputee. Because basically I live in my own home. So I had to learn how to get around and learn how to do things because I didn't want to. I'm not going to go to assisted living, and I'm not going to go to a nursing home. I'd rather be dead before that happened, and it is what it is. So I had to go to rehab to learn how to, maneuver around. I was in rehab for about a month, and for some reason in physical therapy, the Asians have taken that over too.
Yo, that's a fact. It was white people. Like, yo, my dad got into an accident last year. Like, he's like, he can walk now, but he's not been able to work since then. And it's like white people and Asians, like either gay white people or like weird white chicks or like Asians. It's like weird.
Right. So I couldn't. Oh, let me go back. Before I left the hospital, they gave me an antibiotic. I was on about 4 antibiotics that run that gangrene out of my system. But they gave me an antibiotic that I was allergic to, and it made me deaf for a little while. I didn't tell y'all that.
You did though, Erica. Like, cause I remember we had to text you. You was like, "Don't call you." You was like, "Text," cause I can't hear what you're saying.
That's right, text, because I can't hear. But yeah, they gave me an antibiotic and they knew that I was allergic to that antibiotic. And usually when they give me medicine, I have to ask them, what is that? What you giving me? What's the dosage? I have to do that, but I was so sick and so out of it until I couldn't. So they gave me that antibiotic and it made me deaf. So when I went to the rehab, I couldn't hear. And the Asians, their accent was so thick, I couldn't understand what they were saying. And so they used to get mad at me and say a lot of stuff. And at the time, they had me on these bars where they wanted me. Now keep in mind, both my legs amputated. They wanted me to pull my body up on the bars, and I couldn't do it right then. And one of the Asian men, he said, "I'm not going to do this for you. I'm not going to be picking you up because I think that you're just being lazy." And I told him, first of all, I don't want you picking me up. I don't want you touching me, and I don't even want you in my face. And so it was just, it was horrible. But I did end up reporting him or whatever. And I came home.
Hey, Erica, real quick, what like, and this is just just because I'm curious. Like, what did reporting him do?
Nothing. They just said that, well, you won't have to work with him anymore.
Oh yeah, well, I guess it'll you'll get you off the person, but I don't know if they'll put a hit out on you or whatever. Like, yeah, that we need to report this stuff to, like, what I'm saying, each other's and go up there and handle that. But that's what I'm saying. I think they be trying to take advantage. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Keep going.
Yeah, no, yeah. And so I came home, and I ended up doing real good in the home. I can get in and out of my bed. I didn't have to get a special bed because they were saying that, well, maybe you need a hospital bed. Of course, I didn't want any hospital equipment in my home. I didn't want anything here to remind me of the hospital. But I learned how to lift my body up. I learned how to do it. I just didn't learn it the way that they wanted me to. Right then, I was still weak. I caught COVID over there. So I was weak, and plus I wasn't eating. I lost a lot of weight. I used to be in the 200 club. I'm not over there no more. I'm up under 200 pounds. I'm not going back over there no more. But I was there. I was weak. I was sick. You know, I had a heart attack. Then within the next 2 weeks, they amputated my other leg. I was just going through, and they don't care. They just simply don't care about black people. They don't. I'm telling the truth. And what worried me was, what about the people that can't speak up? What about the old people that can't speak up? Don't have anybody to advocate for them? What
Right.
about them?
Yeah, that's a fact. Cause like when you had a heart attack, and then like I know like it was somehow like they let you go home, and you wasn't supposed to go home. If they was even doing their job, like you would. And by the way, shouts out to KWAZ Radio. I don't know if I said number X. And yeah, they do come from natural plants, and then they add crazy stuff in them. And like Erica said, they didn't even care about her allergies or nothing like that. And the purpose is like, I hope you getting the purpose. Nobody cares about us. We have no friends. And until we build institutions like this, we at risk. Like we are at risk. Like our moms, and like, you know what I'm saying, like your mom, like the person who's listening, your mom could be in this situation next. And what are you gonna do besides like cry? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, let's start time to take preventative measures. But anyway, Erica, like, and that's my thing though. Like, and that was one of my things, because they let you go home. And I really think that they could have prevented a lot of the stuff that went down. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna ask you about that separate, but because I'm gonna ask you about that next. But like, just why did they send you home though first?
They sent me home because they said that, okay, after I had the heart attack, they put some stents in that open up some valves, and I just wasn't well. They just, they said that, there's no use in keeping you up here. We open up the valves or whatever, and you can go home. But I came home and was just still sick. I was just sick. I was sick. And y'all know, I don't know if y'all know or not. I know forecasting and Bakar know, but I'm on dialysis too, so I was just sick. Always cold, couldn't eat, always start throwing up, constantly nauseated, couldn't get up, tired. I would just come home and just get up under the covers, and it was hot back then because that was in the summer when I got sick. I would come home and get up under blankets and sleep all day and all night, and couldn't eat, could barely keep water on my stomach. Get up, muster up just enough energy to, to get a shower and go back in there, go back and lay back down. I couldn't talk to nobody, and I didn't have the energy to talk to nobody. And then I would see what Bakari and Forecast would have shows. I didn't even have the energy to log on to the shows. I didn't even have the energy to just lay there and listen to the shows. I really thought that I was about to pass away. It had got to the point where I had told I told my aunt this is what I want you to do. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. She was like, please, please stop talking like that. I think I told Bakari the same thing
Yeah,
because I honestly thought, said what, forecast?
no, yeah, I was gonna say yeah. Bakari was scared. He
Yeah,
was
because
like, yeah, me too.
I told Bakari, I said, I'm not, I said, Bakari, I'm just letting you know I'm not going to make it to 2023. I didn't think that I was going to see the new year. I just did. That's just how sick I was. That's just how sick I was.
Yeah, I remember that, because Bakari had hit me up and was like, "Yeah, man, like yo, Erica, like yo, I don't know what's up." And then like by the time I hit you up, he was like, "Nah, like don't do that because like you was already in the hospital." Then I didn't want to call you, but yeah, like yeah, it was like I thought so, you know what I'm saying? Because like I could just tell, I saw the progression, like you. That's why I was like when you came home. And then like I still was like, yo, like, cause even though you was doing what you was doing, it was still off. And then you stopped showing up to everything. And then Bakari had hit me up like, yo, it might be real, you know what I'm saying? So like, yo, that's the truth. And so let me ask you this though, Erica. If you know what I'm saying, like feel like talking about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, because what
No, I'm
happened?
fine talking about it because I want y'all to know that if something do happen to me, I want y'all to know so you all can tell people. I'm serious.
Yeah, facts. And you still have to go to the same doctors now, right?
I just go to my dialysis doctor and I go to my cardiologist.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, until we like have a encourage, this is the point of encouraging our children to be into doctor stuff. And like, Ross said, they make all that stuff from natural stuff anyway, but they just whatever. We just ain't got the manufacturing products. So like this the purpose of encouraging because like hopefully we'll hear and understand that we have no friends. This was the Asian person, you know what I'm saying? And then it wasn't just Asian, it was like white doctor. And the sister even came on and told you, like, look, don't let them see you crying because this is what they do. And I mean, let's be real, like the hospitals in black areas are the poor hospitals. Like as far as poor, I mean, you get bad treatment. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember, like I said, my pops had his accident. They didn't even put like the catheter in right. You know what I'm saying? When he went to another doctor from his insurance thing, and that's another thing. Because Sidra was talking about earlier, health insurance and I'm not gonna act like my mom didn't like worry me until I got it, and life insurance and all of that stuff. But you know until his health insurance kicked in, like he went to another place and they treated him a lot better. It's just that until you control these places, it's just whatever. But anyway, Erica, like not to take away from like what you were saying, because I want you to I want to ask you, like, because it was preventable for them if they would have just did what they had to do. Like you wouldn't have had to been you know what I'm saying, they wouldn't have had to like amputate or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
If Dr. Lou had not have been nasty and hold something against me from 2017, then yeah, I would have my leg. But she knew what was going on. She know that when you're a diabetic and when you have peripheral artery disease, she knew exactly what she was doing. This was the goal. This was she wanted to happen. This what she wanted to happen. I'm pretty sure she said, I'ma show that black bitch.
Yeah.
I'ma show that black bitch. I'm pretty sure that she said.
And like I understand why, but why do you think that she said that though?
Excuse, what did you say now?
Like why would you like they think the doctor? I get why they would do that, but you know what I'm saying, you think she did that just because you missed the appointment, or it's just because she like, yo,
Both.
yeah. I think so.
Both. Sh-
Yeah, so yeah.
I told you I had my best friend used to work with her, and my best friend would say you should really hear how Dr. Lou talk about patience. And I said, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of this stuff is preventable. So, but let me ask you this, like, because you mentioned like the whole depression thing too, like, and just for like, somebody who may be dealing with it in the future, like, maybe a kid or something or a child, I'm sorry, but like, how did you like deal with it, and like, what would be like some advice that you would give in that kind of situation?
For depression.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I don't be depressed. I did get depressed. I didn't want to lose my legs. I didn't. And I just started. I just said I'm not gonna let this get me down. I'm gonna get stronger. I'm gonna be the same Erica because my true friends are my true friends. They're not gonna see me different. My aunt was was talking to me. She was like, "You still nothing nothing is wrong with you. You're still gonna be able to do everything that you wanted to do. You're just gonna have to do it differently." And I just thought about that. I thought about all the people that I go to dialysis with that was dead, that died. And I'm like, well, I'm not dead. I'm still here. And then I thought about y'all, and I was like, I can't be depressed. I got too much to do. And you know, I came up out of it. I just I came up out of it. I started moving better and getting around in my house better, and I just shook it off. And a lot of people be saying that I'm strong and stuff, but that's a hell of a way to gain strength.
Yeah, I think it shows the strength that you already had. Like I said, man, you was the one that was holding me and Bakari down. Like, I know I'm too immature to do it. You know what I'm saying? And like everything we was doing, like, Erica was the one, like, yo, like taking the notes and doing all the real work. You know what I'm saying? The grounded work. You know what I'm saying, behind all of it. So I think it, what I'm saying, displayed, what I'm saying, your courage with it. But, I don't think that, these situations could be like, and need to be avoided. Like, and having our own institutions is something that's going to be able to help that, and like one thing that I wanted to say, like, or ask you, and how I forget how I was gonna word it, but like, as far as like, just even with our own stuff, look, because I want to figure out like how you, like you were saying, how you dealt with what you was doing and how you came back. But at the same time, like, I noticed that you start talking about health and how important that it is, And so I'm trying to figure out, like, because you said, I'm trying to think how you said it. You was like, yo, like, something that I realize is that health is so valuable. And I'm trying to ask the question, like, what would you say to somebody like me that's like young, that may be like ignorant and doing stuff like, what I'm saying, maybe I shouldn't eat, or even like Bakari with his chitlins and stuff like this. But like, that's just a joke. But it's just as far as how valuable your health is. She was like, because I remember you saying something about that right after that. you know.
Let me tell you how valuable health is. Health is more valuable than all of the riches, all of the gold, diamonds. It's more valuable than all of that. Because guess what? You can make money. You can make money. Do you know how more prosperous my business would be if I was healthy and was able to really move around and be able to, you know, be on my feet? Health is That's the real wealth. I'm just keeping it real. When folks be saying stupid stuff to me like, I wish I didn't have to work, you know what I tell them? Let's trade places. You can have my house or whatever, all this stuff in it. I trade it with you for your health.
Damn. Yeah, that's real right there.
Let's trade places. I want to work. I want to be able to move around. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to get in a car without using a sliding board. I have to use a sliding board to get in and out of a car.
Like
Hmm.
like all the stuff you just like take for granted, you just don't know, right?
And yeah, like right now, I can get some prosthesis, but I don't know. I don't want to deal with them Asian people right now. And like, right, for instance, I love shoes and I got a lot of shoes, and I don't want to get rid of my shoes. I wish I could put a pair of shoes on. I'm looking at all of my shoes and I can't even put them on. I'm gonna end up giving them away though because that's not fair. That's not right for me to keep them shoes here and not be able to wear them when it's somebody else that can use them. I'm not gonna give them to the Goodwill or the Salvation Army though. I'm gonna give them out. But yeah, the hospital. When you think about them people, about the others being evil toward us, they really are. They are. And where else are you gonna go? What you gonna do? Where you gonna go? If you break your arm right now, where you gonna go? For the people that's saying I wouldn't go to the hospital and stuff like that. We don't have black owned hospitals and black ran hospitals. We just don't. But yeah, they treat you nasty, especially if you're out. Either way, you're gonna get it. If you're outspoken, they're gonna treat you nasty in some kind of way, and they're definitely gonna treat you nasty if you sit there and don't say nothing. That you just gonna get. You're going to get it, one way or the other. They just don't like black people.
Yeah, Erica. And what you're saying is like, is I think if anybody just listening, you know what I'm saying, eh, there is a trillion lessons that you can learn in this, you know what I'm saying? But like, number one thing is to be thankful for what you got, but understand what you got to go and get, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, because we could go through a long history, I'm sure, with Erica about like the medical thing, because like I'm pretty sure like we all like, if you look at the statistics and the health in our communities, like it's no reason why our grandmothers, our moms, you know what I'm saying, is like, you know, having the diabetes and like, you know, dying at such a young age. The brothers, you know what I'm saying, getting sick, you know, your uncle got diabetes or whatever. It's a problem that got to be addressed in the community, because anything that we're talking about like is irrelevant if we're not here to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's
I
why
would
I'm thinking,
suggest, I didn't answer this. I would suggest that you cut down on the meat. If you if you just got to have some meat, like just try to eat meat maybe 1 to 2 times a week, and just really just try to do your vegetables, fresh vegetables and fruits and stuff like that. Like the dairy, cut out cut out the milk, cut down on those eggs if you can, because I know you can't do it cold turkey. Let's just be real. You just can't do it all at one time, but gradually pull that out your diets, and please stop with that fast food. Please move away from that.
all facts. And you know what's crazy though, Erica? And this is the problem, is a whole global system. Like, you know, the communities that we live in, I'm sure like it's just like there down there where you at, just like it is here in Virginia. Like the blacks areas, like the food is not gonna have the freshest vegetables. They gonna have the out of dater meats, if that's a word, you know what I'm saying? Like yeah, like number eggs. I don't eat eggs, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm like lactose intolerant anyway. I think a lot
Hmm.
of black people are, but we just do it anyway. I think
We
that
are.
we are. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a part of European culture. And I think that the health also, it makes a difference. Like even though we don't even recognize who we are, and people might be thinking I'd be trying to troll or be mad or be mean to other people, but like the medicine that we need is different. The types of things that we need to put in our body is different than other groups of people. It just is. And obviously they have studied our bodies, and obviously they don't care about us whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? So
You know how you hear people saying how the sea moss is good for us.
yeah.
You know, a lot of people, now we just fixing to use common sense, okay? You know they have sea moss for different regions. They have Irish sea moss and the sea moss, African sea moss. The African sea moss is for who?
You said the African sea moss?
Is for who?
That's for
African
Africans?
sea moss is for who?
For Africans?
So why would you take Irish sea moss?
Because black people is Irish now, Erica. You ain't heard? Oh, Irish is black people.
It's just common. Now, I'm just saying, isn't that common sense?
Facts, yeah, facts.
So
Erica,
yeah,
they can't even go to the beach on a nice day without putting stuff on their skin, and we think that we need the same kind of medicines. You know what I'm saying? For it's
we
weird.
just we try to do everything that they do to fit in. Just like I was telling my aunt, she said, "I do like the white people do, and you see how they hair grow. I wash my hair every day." I said, "You stripping your hair. You're not supposed to do that. You're not white." So now her hair is so dry and brittle. It's crazy. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I feel you, Raw. But yeah, we are already crazy right now. But what I would say though, Erica, like even with your story, like you still is like, you put others first, but others who you believe is serious and about it. You don't have no problem calling out other people, and I respect that. And you know, you ain't got to bite your tongue over here, Erica. We here all day, but
Yeah, I'm getting too old now to keep stuff on my chest. Y'all will learn when you start getting older. You'll learn that when you just let stuff go and just get stuff off your chest, you'll feel better. I'm
fact.
tired of holding stuff in.
You're right about that. But it's still though, Erica, you still think about other people first. Like you
I
would
do.
still, put like even now you don't have to be doing this, but I know you're doing this because you like just because you got love for me, I got love for you, you know what I'm saying? I know you just doing me a favor. So like I appreciate you coming on. I think it's
Oh,
important that people hear it though.
yes, because black women, um, black women get it hard at them places. Look, I went to I started a new dialysis center 2 weeks ago because my old dialysis center shut down. And when I got there, first of all, I've been on dialysis for 18 years, so I know a lot of people. And when I got to dialysis, one of the girls said, yeah, they done already told us that we have to be on the up and up with you. Because they said that, now let me tell you something, when it's a lady that's gonna come in here named Erica, and she don't play with you. She know exactly what's going on. And I started laughing. They said, she's not mean. She's not gonna be mean to you, but she's not gonna let you play with her either. I was like, oh my goodness. I said, yeah, I know what's going on. So
Yeah.
you have to advocate for yourself. And when you go to doctors, ask questions. Whatever you don't understand, you make sure you ask questions. And then you research too. Whatever they saying that's going on with you, research. You have to be on the same level that they're on. And ask other people that's going through the same thing. So you will know.
Right. And ask those people what questions you should ask them on top of that
Right,
too.
right. Because if you go in there and you're ignorant to the situation, they're gonna treat you in a kind of way you're not gonna know what can help you. And you just about, like I said, be an advocate. Don't be lazy. Don't go in there with your head down, agreeing with everything that they're saying. Like if you get diagnosed with something, like I said, go home, research it, try to reach out to people that have the same thing. Get a second opinion. Please do all of that because they're not here to help you like what you think that a doctor should. They're here to make more money. I'm serious. It's a cash cow. Being sick is a cash cow.
Cash cow. And you said
That's
the
why
lady,
they got the, that's why they done started the referral thing.
right? And you said the lady get paid more money for telling people to get limbs chopped off. Like
When they chop, yeah, when they cut your limbs off, yeah. hmm
that's crazy. That's super crazy.
Sometimes when they cut your limbs off, they donate them so they can do research on them, right? Did, y'all know that, right?
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to tell them. They don't believe me, Erica.
Who don't believe you?
A lot of black folk, they think, you know, white folk will never do that. John Brown was coming to save them, not to experiment on them.
How do y'all? I mean, how do y'all think that they come up with different medicines and is able to tell, what they need to do next time to do this? And yeah, when they cut your limbs off, if they're too bad, they go on and burn them up. But for the most part, they give your limbs to those medical schools and they do experiments on them.
They used to just do it to the person, whether they was good or bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You heard? I know you know about the Mississippi appendectomy, right, Erica? You know about that?
Mm-mm.
Well, black women used to go like Fannie Lou Hamer. They did it to her. She went to the hospital for something small, and they told her, "Oh, you need a surgery."
Oh, yeah.
And they take your uterus out.
I think they're still doing that now.
Yeah. Yo, thoroughly, he said this system is thoroughly evil. And Cavill and Raw was like, not all things that you put in your body is good for you. I gotta learn that. I'm still the victim of the little bit of youth that I have left, and I still eat like stuff like hamburgers and stuff,
But just try to do it, because you're not gonna do it just cold turkey. You're just not. But just try to make if you start making little changes, and then the big changes will come. And I done lost a lot of weight, a whole lot of weight, like like a whole lot of weight.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, and even through that's why I was like asking you about the depression thing, because even through that, like, here you are, like, if I call Erica, I know she'd be like, "Oh yeah, I got you." Like, it could be whatever time it is, and as soon as she see it, she'd be like, "Oh yeah, I got you." Even this, like, she's doing me a favor, like, and that's why, like, even when she was out of it, like, she was like, "Yeah, how is," like, she would ask about Rob, about other people in the chat, what I'm saying? Like, yo, how is everybody on there doing? You know what I'm saying? And it's real. Like, I'm like, yo, even when she was out of it, she would ask about other people. I'm like, yo, Erica, worry about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Get back so you can come back. Cause I ain't gonna lie, me and Erica, I like to put her on to certain stuff I can't share with nobody else, so.
Yes, but I was really thankful for that black nurse. I was in that room crying, and she came in my room, and she told me that, and I told her I can't help it, and she closed my room door, and she turned on the light outside, like she was giving me a bath, and she told me, "Now you gonna get all of this out right now. You go on and you cry as much as you got to cry right now. Because if them white folk come in here and see you crying, they gonna try to put you up there on that 6th floor, acting like they're gonna write up some papers like you crazy. And I know you're not." She said, "So you go on and you cry right now and you get it out, and I'm gonna sit right here with you while you cry or whatever. And then we gonna get this under control." And that's exactly what I did. And I cried. And after I got finished crying, that lady got a warm rag and she wiped my face. And she wiped it where I was sweating up under my neck. She did that. She gave me some water. She braided my hair back to the back for me.
Man, shouts out to that sister right there.
She did. She did that. She comforted me.
You see why it's important to have, like, especially people who know, like, yeah, I know this sister is going to face some crazy stuff, so let me go the step further than I would go for somebody else, because we know we know the situation that we in. We know that's called living a code. Like, I don't want to say get on code, but that's called living by the code right there. Like, if you see somebody like that, who needs help, like, you be there for them. So, and that's why it's important you encourage your youth to get into the medical field. It's cool to be doctors, make a lot of money too, right? So, like, and we need nurses. We know that we are the most affected by health care issues. So, and Erica, I don't want to keep you long, Erica, because I want to stay on though, Erica. So I want to show you something. to kind, because I know we needed your story, you know what I'm saying, and I just want to show you this and kind of get your perspective, and if it's cool with you, I want to open it
I'm
up.
cool. I'm cool.
Yeah, because I don't want to keep Erica on too long, and this is valuable information, so like I don't want to make this long either. But as far as like, because Erica give you the real of it, you know what I'm saying, like and it's true, like it's not only black women, it's black people. Black men don't go to the doctor at all. That's why they just put the police on it. But the doctor is to black women what the police is to black men, if not even worse, you know what I'm saying. But this is what's going on in our communities with our moms, our grandmas, our brothers, our uncles, you know what I'm saying, our fathers too. Let's not act like black men don't have heart issues and stuff like this when by the time they 50, 60 years old. So my boy Marlo was 54, 53 or something like that. Passed away last year, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, no, it was not last year because it's 2023 now. It was straight 2021. And that was the craziest year I ever had. My homegirl passed away because she had heart complications, you know, and she was 30 something. She's my age, and she passed away from heart problems. My boy was 50 something. He passed away from heart problems, and all in 2021. We got to get it together, you know.
Cardiovascular disease in the U.S., but there is one population seeing the highest risk.
Fox 13's Frankie Thompson joins us to explain how this health concern is affecting black women. Frankie?
Jamie, David, diabetes and stroke are common triggers to heart failure and heart attacks. The American Heart Association says black women have almost 2 times the risk of stroke than white women. One local health agency launched a new program to reduce the risk of heart conditions for all people.
You heard that, Erica? It was like, oh yeah, black women is the most affected, so we're going to do something to help all people. They even had
right.
Ain't that something?
To reduce the risk of heart conditions for all people.
Cardiovascular disease is the #1 cause of death for women in the United States.
1 in every 3 women will die from cardiovascular disease. And in fact, 1 in every 2 black women will die from cardiovascular disease.
Dr. Michelle Albert with American Heart Association says heart condition kills more than 50,000 black women each year, with stroke being the leading cause of their death. Annually, the association dedicates February as the Heart Health Awareness Month to connect with women who are at risk.
Women taking charge of their lives and their heart health, knowing their cholesterol, knowing their blood pressure, knowing their sugar levels.
The question is, why is heart disease targeting this specific population? Doctors say there are risk factors more prevalent in black.
And if you think, she said, why is it specifically targeted? And Erica just told you they do experiments all the time. And y'all don't think, you think we all humans and stuff like this, but I told you your bodies work differently. You cannot just go into somebody, like, it's funny that they don't wash their legs, but it's something weird with that, you know what I'm saying? I got to pay attention to this stuff, you know.
Doctors say there are risk factors more prevalent in black people that cause heart failure and attacks.
You know, high blood pressure, hypertension, high blood sugar, diabetes, overweight, obesity, smoking.
Dr. Hailu Tillahan with Virginia Mason Franciscan Health says the heart condition starts with their choice of food and salt intake.
Stress reduction is another thing too, because
Erica just talked about that, but stress reduction too.
Stress reduction is another thing too, because we know that's something that can increase the likelihood of all these risk factors.
When it comes to treating these health and heart issues in people of color, Tillahan says affordability and access to health care is a factor.
Are there facilities that people can access that can provide that care? And so it can be a challenge depending on socioeconomic issues or not.
To address the disparities in care.
All right, so I'm going to stop it here, Erica. I'm going to play this one little part right here. You can jump in anytime you want to. And then I'm going to ask you if you want to put the link in, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to play this part. And jump in anytime you want. You the co-host, so like you got more authority on here tonight than I do. So
whatever. So I'd be nervous when I come up on these panels and stuff because I talk way more country than because, and
Yeah, but Bakari different. He don't be making no sense. You know what I'm saying? At least you make sense. No, I'm joking. I'm joking, Bakari. All right.
is he in the chat? I don't see because.
He was in the chat earlier. He probably,
Oh,
listening. I'm pretty sure he listening. I'm gonna drop the link so he can come on before he go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Or he might be asleep already. Well, all right.
Struggle to get the same medical care as white women, but are Black women more likely to suffer from painful fibroids? Let's verify that Black women are more likely to be diagnosed with fibroids than white women. Our sources are Dr. Madeline Sutton, a board-certified OBGYN at Grady Hospital and faculty member with Morehouse School of Medicine, Mayo Clinic, and a study published by the American Journal of Obstetrics appear during your childbearing years. Most don't cause non-cancerous growths, which often appear during your childbearing years. Most don't cause problems and never develop into cancer.
Most people, if they do have fibroids, they're often very small.
If symptoms do occur, it can appear as heavy menstrual bleeding or pelvic pain, among others.
So the very first thing you should do if you think you might have like some pelvic pain or your cycle is heavier than usual or you're bleeding in between periods, anything like that, I would definitely say reach out to avoiding their provider because they don't want to have a hysterectomy.
All right, so I'm gonna stop it there. I'm gonna put the link in the chat, Erica, if that's cool with you.
Get rid of Terror Destroyer.
And get him out of there.
Yeah, because ain't nobody. I don't know why they put that in the chat. That's a troll.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's irrelevant too, and it's wrong. But
It's very irrelevant.
Yeah, they definitely out of here. I got you, Erica. All right, so I'm gonna put the link in the chat. All right, and if y'all, and this is about the topic, you know what I'm saying, and we only gonna stay to the topic, And let me warn you, right? Erica is way more meaner than I am, or or Brother Bakari is. So if you want to try her, I wouldn't suggest that. You know what I'm saying? But
and y'all can ask me any kind of questions too because I'm.
She fell off. She gonna be right back. I'm pretty sure something happened. But yeah, man, we're gonna stick to the topic and anything that we was talking about tonight as far as like the medical thing. And if you want to troll, I'm telling you right now, Erica will cuss you out. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure she's gonna be back in a second. And I want to show one more thing before we get off here too late, because I want to show something for Considera as far as the doulas and Black people actually doing something in the medical field, because I don't want to make it seem like we are doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I do want to show that what we are doing in the medical field. Yo, what's going on, Brother Bakari? Yo, you mute, yo.
What's up, man?
What's going on? Erica fell off. She will be right back.
I want to come over here because I was about to go sleep.
Yeah, my bad, bro. My bad. But this was a good interview, though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I know. I remember you called me crying, Bakari. That's what I was gonna tell Erica. Bakari was calling me crying, like, man, Erica, you gonna believe it, man. There she go.
What's up, Raw? Look, man, I cannot see Raw comments when I come on here. But when I come on your panel, I can see her comments. But as long as we're in the chat, I cannot see her comments on your channel.
Man, that's crazy. I don't see her on Koku, but I see her everywhere else. But yeah, I don't know if you heard me, Erica. Like Bakari had called me crying, like he was like, oh, it was like boo-hooing. It was like, you can't believe what happened to Erica. I was like, what? He was crying.
I was sick. And Raw, I saw what you said, but where else are we going to go? I said earlier, if we break our arm, if we're in a car wreck or something, where are we going to go? I mean, honestly, I'm just being for real and being realistic. Where are we going to go? You want us to just die? Where are we going to go?
Yeah, facts. But yeah, go ahead, Bakari. You know, you can say what you want to say, ask a question to Erica or me or whatever.
I came up here to support my sister Erica before I go to sleep because I was listening in. I'm glad you're on here. You got a chance to get your story out and let people know because you know how you was treated. At least I do. We was talking. I couldn't even come to the hospital and see you because they said they wouldn't let nobody up there.
They wouldn't let nobody up there. And I remember right I think I was telling it was I was like, because how close are you to Emory? And I was like, if I come to the hospital up there, would you come up there and see about me? Because was like, come on.
Yeah,
Because I was, go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing with you. I would have been there.
Yeah, because my aunt was like, we're going to have to leave. She was like, we're going to have to leave Macon and we're going to have to go somewhere else because this ain't getting it. But I would have been too, I thought I was going to, I would have been too sick for the trip. And the trip is only like maybe an hour and 30 minutes away. I was sick. I really was. I know people in the chat, Bakari and Forecast, but y'all in the chat, y'all really didn't know. When Bakari and Forecast was telling y'all, y'all had no clue. No clue at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want y'all to be vigilant, men and women. When y'all go to these doctors, I want y'all to be vigilant. And I want you to question anything that you don't understand. I want you to question them. And I want y'all to do exactly what I told y'all to do. Do research, try to find out about other people that that have the same thing and ask them questions too. Because I'm telling you, the doctors, they're not gonna tell you everything. They're not.
They damn sure ain't. Them folks don't care.
Mm-mm.
What up, Bobby? Right?
They even know when they even know when I stop eating meat. They know it without me telling them.
How they know that?
Through your blood.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. They know through your blood. Oh, so you don't stop eating meat? Yes, I don't want it. Sometimes I would cook meat and try to eat it and chew it and can't even swallow it. I have to spit it out. Well, you can't live that way, and you have to have protein. Well, I can get protein other ways. They don't want to hear that. Listen, they do not want you to stop eating meat. I'm telling you, they don't.
So they'll let you know if they don't want you to stop. They'll let you know something wrong with it.
Exactly. Exactly.
They most definitely let you know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you hear that, Bakari? So Erica, should I tell Bakari, break the news to them? They can tell the last time you done had some chillin'. They need you to stop eating chillin'.
Okay.
Go ahead, Erica. I'm sorry, Erica. Go ahead.
You got to stop chewing and making excuses when you eat them.
Yeah, but yeah, that's all you wanted to say though, Bakari. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm about to pass out. This change of time. And this damn
Oh, I
weather.
forgot about that.
And this damn weather crazy as hell.
Ain't nothing but 10 o'clock, Bakari. Come on now.
Yeah, it's raining and cold here.
That's how it is here too.
And they were talking about it's supposed to gonna get a couple of days of freezing that week.
Yeah.
Well,
So as long as Erica, you know what I'm saying, is cool, I want to stay on for a little bit longer, you know what I'm saying.
I'm gonna stay on if you want me to be in the chat. But I'm gonna be here. I'm up for the rest of the night.
Oh yeah, nah, cause they're not gonna come on here when we talk about serious stuff. They're not gonna come on here and ask no questions. I want y'all to come on here and like ask questions, and like this is a serious discussion, like to find out about like health thing, or if you have an experience with. And by the way, Bakar, do you have another experience? Yo, shouts out to Tanzan and Tanzan in the building. Bakar, do you have an experience like with the subject? You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm saying the like, okay, let me ask you this. Doctors are to black women what the police are to black men. Like, you know, you got any experience with that?
With the women, do I have any experience when I went to the hospital?
No, well, I mean, you can say yourself too, like the experience you have, but you know, the women in your life, but the experience you have too is cool too.
No, not per se not that I know of. I take that back because those damn hysterectomies mess with black women. So yes, those the hysterectomy really mess with black women. It have black women all kinds of messed up. Have them messed up.
Why do they give them to black women so much?
I don't know, but if you read and study and see how when black women get hysterectomies a lot of time, and you say my experience because it happened to a family member of mine. I don't tell their business too much on here, but yeah, it sure messed them up. So
Messed
yeah,
them up how?
mentally.
I'm gonna have to ask some of my friends.
They start having. You can look it up and read it. They do a lot of hallucinating. They see things that are not there. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing to our women when they give them a hysterectomy, but yeah.
And Bukhari, and before you go, because you wanted to talk to the other sister and have an interview with the other sister too. Do you want to, not go into it?
I tried calling her tonight, but I called her from my other phone, and she may not know that number because I was going to ask her to come and tell her story too.
Yeah, and I know you have a story about and being in the hospital too, Bukhari.
The way they did me, what they said about me when I was shot, them didn't look at me at all. They didn't do nothing. I just stopped bleeding on my own. I got hit in the back, missed my spine by less than a quarter of an inch. That white doctor's, man, is he on cocaine? Like, motherfucker, you on cocaine? Yeah, it missed my spine by less than a quarter of an inch.
Damn. Yeah. That's what they do.
They didn't do nothing. I stopped bleeding on my own. The bullet's still in me.
Yeah. Sure. You was gonna say something, Erica?
I was gonna say that if anybody have any questions or want to ask me anything, you can ask me. I'm not shy about what happened to me, and I'm certainly not shy about being an amputee. If you have any questions, I can help you ask, so I can help you.
They only want to come on here if we're talking about you are indigenous, Erica. That's all they worried about.
Yep, they don't want to talk about nothing serious.
Yeah, but no, I encourage y'all to do so. Like, or if you have an experience, this is the point. Like, it's like we got to highlight these things so like not only young women may know how to deal with it, young brothers know how to deal with it, or just to encourage our children to get into like this field, the medical field, because if you don't understand, like Erica was just saying, health is the most important thing that you can have. The money, the time, the knowledge, anything that you can have is irrelevant. I could be black only all day, but if I'm dead, it's irrelevant, right? So
and encourage your children, like the young children, and encourage them to eat right. And I know children don't go outside and play anymore, but encourage them to go outside and play, to exercise, and let them help you cook so they can get used to cooking healthy and learning how to prepare food and stuff like that.
Facts. And Bobby said a female friend told him blood clots and ovary failure are a side effect of hysterectomies. Yeah, I believe that.
And it happened more to black women. You can look that up. It happened more to black women.
And Bakari, I mentioned Fannie Lou Hamer, you know, she had one.
Yep, they forced it on her.
Yeah. But Erica, let's let Bakari, because he, you know, I know he gonna go to sleep. Bakari, check out the rest, because I want to show something positive that black people are out here making institutions of health. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to put it. Health institutions, and black people are making clinics and like birthing centers. I wanted to show Cassandra. She probably gone too, but I wanted to show her about the doulas. You know what I'm saying? So, but I know you want to get up out of here. So, you know. If you
I'm gonna be like I was before.
You gonna be asleep.
I'm gonna be listening, man. I was listening before. I always do my best to listen. And if I do fall asleep, I just catch it the next day. I ain't gonna lie to them. Tell them I ain't never fell asleep.
Yeah, this ain't gonna be one of them 4-hour ones to go to sleep on anyway. So that's why I'm gonna go through it kind of quick. So I just want to get kind of Erica take, and I want to give a chance for anybody who do got a question to come on here, or if you want to say something. So yeah, I appreciate it. Medical Apartheid, a sister named Harriet Washington, a book she wrote. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna so check this out, y'all. So this goes even to, like, you know what I'm saying, pregnancy and stuff like this. And this is a sister who actually did die giving birth, you know what I'm saying? Because of practices like Erica was saying, they don't listen to you.
Fighting her case for years, and now they're filing a new suit saying race actually played a part in what happened. KCAL 9's Jasmine Veal is live in our newsroom this afternoon with details on the
suit was also filed. The family of Kira Johnson says she was a wonderful mother, pilot, and businesswoman, and now they want to send a message about race and medical care. This is video of Kira Johnson kissing her oldest son goodbye before she heads into the operation room at Cedars-Sinai for a planned C-section on April 12th, 2016, to deliver her baby boy Langston. 12 hours later, she would die in the operating room.
I trusted this place with the thing in my life that was most precious.
Her husband, Charles Johnson, stood with his attorneys and community advocates outside Cedars Wednesday after filing a civil rights lawsuit against the hospital. They claim she would be alive today if she was a white woman.
There's no doubt in my mind that my wife would be here today and be here Sunday celebrating Mother's Day with her boys if she was a Caucasian woman.
And by the way, y'all jump in. I'm gonna just go through this, and I want y'all to jump in so this one don't get dragged out. But jump in anytime y'all want to.
Johnson says doctors found 3 liters of blood in her abdomen after the C-section. The complaint states the surgery was done recklessly. The time start to finish was a mere 17 minutes. Johnson says he pleaded with nurses for hours to get her a CT scan after noticing blood in her catheter. He says he remembers pleading with one nurse in particular to help.
She said, "Sir, your wife just isn't a priority right now."
When Kira finally did get into the operating room, he says it was too late.
And when those doors to that operating room closed behind her, that was the last time I saw my wife alive.
Johnson says Kira's story is one of many backing up the statistic that Black women are 4 to 6 times more likely to die from childbirth in California than white women. His attorneys released what they say is damning employee testimony on the hospital's practices.
When things go bad, we just ship them to ICU. Then if they die there, it doesn't count against us.
Okay, the Black patients come in, I say an extra prayer, and that has been my creed of my career, that all goes well, because you do have racism.
And has given us what we need to prove, based on their testimony, their literature, their evidence, that Kira died because she's black.
Johnson says he will not stop fighting for the wife he lost.
So I will not be satisfied until
All right, so this Jones messing up
every
now.
single mother in the United States receives the dignified, safe birthing experience that she deserves.
Cedars-Sinai.
Yo, you know how like mad, like, do you know how crazy that I would snap on all of them? Like, it makes no sense.
Switch to Verizon.
And y'all jump in too, by the way.
It's just been I've seen a lot of people, a lot of black women on YouTube and different different shows that's saying that the same thing about having a baby, about how they're treated.
Yeah, he said he was begging and all of this stuff, like, have my wife seen, and then like, imagine that, like, that was the last, like, you just saw the last time she kissed her son goodbye. That's the last time her son seen his mom just now. Like, y'all just saw that because they have some malpractice type stuff going on. And this is what's going to happen as long as you in their institutions. Like, you can file lawsuits and press conferences and stuff all day, but the press conferences haven't worked in like 72 years. You know what I'm saying? So,
but until we get together and build our own, I do agree that we need to go to our own, but how?
Right.
That's all I'm saying is how.
Yeah, that's a great question. And that's what I'm saying. Like, and this is the best that we have, and this is not good enough, and it should not be good enough, and it should cause us to take action. And I'm gonna show more stuff, so let me show this. This is just another mom explaining what her.
As a Black woman, what was your labor and delivery experience?
It was very traumatic. It was very traumatic for me. I think because I didn't know how to advocate for myself. And so I was expecting those who were, the medical professionals to do the right thing. And to me, that didn't happen. I went through the laboring process for about 5 hours, contractions nonstop. And then I also have the huge blood clot that I passed, and the doctor never came in to check on me to see what's going on. And then finally, when I was ready to deliver, everybody rushed in. I was able to successfully have my son. And then after that, I just started seeing TV static, like literally everything was fading to black. That evening, I should have had a blood transfusion performed. And not until the next morning did the doctor say, oh, let's go ahead and get this done. And she forgot to sign the paperwork. So I waited 12 hours to get a blood transfusion. And therefore, I couldn't hold my child. My husband had to do the diaper changes. I couldn't bathe myself.
Did you ever get any answers?
No, the doctor who delivered my baby never came to see me that evening afterwards.
Did you switch to a Black OBGYN?
Yes, I did. We,
so she at least switched to a Black woman. Can you believe that, Erica?
That's who I would have had in the first beginning.
Right. And of course, and so they saying this is the solution to that, Erica, and this was from a couple of days ago. And so Black women are out there doing something. This is the part I kind of wanted to get to, because Black people are out there doing stuff as far as the medical field, but we got to support them,
Right.
So, this is some of the solutions that Black people is out there coming up with,
3 times more likely to die in childbirth than non-Hispanic white women. This statistic has been known for a while, but now a centuries-old tradition is becoming a potential solution. Amber Strong explains.
Samantha Griffin says her job is to be the best friend an expectant parent never knew they needed.
When they have questions, we can answer them. And when they need something during birth, whether it's ice chips or some sort of massage, we can help with that.
Griffin is a doula and owner of DC Metro Maternity. Doulas are women who typically don't have formal medical training, but are employed to provide guidance during and after a pregnancy. Many of Griffin's clients are fellow Black women seeking support, especially during delivery.
When Black women are in those rooms, a lot of times, if everyone around them doesn't know them well or doesn't look like them, it can be a little intimidating because birth is more vulnerable than, say, going to your job every day.
Non-Hispanic Black women are almost 3 times more likely to die during or after childbirth, regardless of education or income levels. According to a report from the Government Accountability Office, the numbers have only worsened since the pandemic, with about 68 deaths per 100,000 live births.
Honestly, Amber, that's the terrifying thing. It's like you can do everything quote unquote right and still be at risk.
A lot of people like to call us advocates, and sure we are. We like to say that we help you advocate for yourself.
Jacqueline Knighton co-founded her company, Doulas of PG County, after her own negative birthing experience.
It ended up being an unnecessary cesarean section, and I ended up being very disappointed with my birth. I didn't feel like I had a lot of autonomy. I didn't feel like I had a lot of say-so in that.
Now she works to make sure women are comfortable and aware of their options in the moment.
A lot of people get what we call white coat syndrome, where they're like, okay, sure, whatever you're saying must be best, let's do that, which isn't always true. There's always usually some time to talk about it. So your doula can say, do you need a minute to talk about this?
That second voice is crucial in speaking up after childbirth too. Tennis superstar Serena Williams says her cries for help after delivery were initially downplayed.
I told the nurse I can't breathe. I need a mask. So I put the oxygen mask on, and I started coughing because I couldn't breathe.
More and more women are employing the help of doulas and midwives. Midwives often take part in the actual medical side of a delivery. Historians say the need for such partnerships isn't new.
So we can possibly trace this to the beginning of humankind with the presence of women giving birth. There were women supporting women.
Linda Holmes, author of Safe in a Midwife's Hands, says for African Americans, midwives were a necessity during slavery and later during segregation, relying on traditions and experience.
The doctors were like, they're not going to pay us much for this. We are not interested in caring for Black people and solving, for the most part, for solving this public health gap in care.
Over time, that acceptance soured when the medical community blamed Black midwives for infant mortality rates.
Once Black women were moved into hospital settings and medical care, that the infant mortality and the lack of equity and the problems that it was being marketed, if we just got rid of the midwives, everything would be solved, is not true. That was a lie.
Now both professions are...
Now that's crazy because for a whole history, they was like, well, we got to get Black women to, raise our children and breastfeed them. And then as soon as, that was over and then we start getting into the healthcare industry, now all of a sudden Black women is causing the death of children. Like, it don't even make sense. And Erica, Tanzan in the chat said she has a question. She said, do you think it matters if the doctor is Black? Should you seek one if you have a choice?
Yes, it matters because people are gonna the thing with Black doctors is that we already know that there's not many, and they're gonna do their best to get patients and to uphold their reputation, because a lot of them are blackballed, and I know that for a fact. But yeah, they're gonna take care of you better. And yes, seek out one. If you have that choice, please seek out a Black doctor. And for I forgot who that was up there that said something. Who that person is that I told you to block out?
I don't know. They're gone now. I forget their name.
Something about me being a skank. I'm finna say the only skank that I know is probably your mammy. But sorry for going there.
I told y'all, Erica is way more meaner than her. Like I'm cool with it, but she's not gonna play with you.
But yeah, I know that it's a
Geico's been
it's a
offering
black
savings for over 85 years.
I'm sorry, Erica. My bad.
oh
Go ahead.
it's a black doctor here, Tanzania. Name is Dr. Ellis. He's a doctor. He's a kidney doctor. He's also a surgeon. His brother is a cardiologist, which is my cardiologist doctor, and his other brother is a podiatrist. Now, what they did, and their wives are doctors too. What they did, they bought up a lot of land in the hood, and they put dialysis. They put two dialysis centers there. They have their doctor's office there, and they also have a little small surgery center there too. So what the other doctors did is they started blackballing them and telling people not to go to them. That's how they do. That's how they work. That's how they work against black people. But let me tell you something about that black nephrologist. He gets people off of dialysis. He don't put you on dialysis. And you see, I've been on dialysis for 18 years, so my kidneys are gone. But when Dr. Ellis, when them people go on, I done seen so many people go to Dr. Ellis, and he said his goal is to get you off of dialysis. And I'm not talking about with a transplant either. I done seen him do it several times. And that's what them other doctors don't like about him. They talk about doctor, but I tell them all the time, do not say anything about Dr. Ellis in front of me. Because they tried it one time. And I told them that, they told me Dr. Ellis is the enemy. I said, who enemy? Because he's not my enemy. And I said, don't talk about my people like that around me. Yeah, I shut that down real quick. So they don't talk about Dr. Ellis. And I know what it is. They are jealous of him. And guess what else Dr. Ellis is building? A pharmacy. Yeah, they blackball black doctors. But if you can find a black doctor, please do it. Because I promise you, they're going to take better care of you than the others. And I'm just being real.
Yeah. They he said Tanzania said they try to blacklist the black doctors. Bobby said they have one in Shreveport. It's called Doulas and Therapy Service. We should promote black doctors, and that's the thing. Like Erica was saying, the important part is when we have the black only doctors. You know what I'm saying? That's when we saying something. Right now, we got the doctors that's like, oh, I'm not black. I'm a doctor first. You know what I'm saying? So let me show, because I wanted to show the doulas, because Sidra Roman the Bush, she has a program trying to help the youth and get things, and I know she's been looking for doulas, and there are a lot of black women that have created businesses around the birthing industry, you know what I'm saying, to help other black women. So
there's something special, and it's her mission.
I was just like, other women, especially Black women, they have no idea of their birth options. And so I felt like that was something I had to do. I felt called to do it.
A licensed doula based in Dallas for over a decade, Epinay has supported hundreds of birthing mothers.
When women do reach out to you, what are some of their top reasons for seeking out a doula?
When women reach out to me, especially Black women, the number one thing is, like, without fail, fear. They're afraid.
She says she's seen firsthand how pregnant moms feel disempowered in the decision-making around their own health care, and says she's seen doctors worry about statistical risks and sometimes dismiss women's concerns rather than listening to them.
doctors in general, most of them kind of tend to look at birth as something they want to manage. Birth is not by the book.
The United States has the highest maternal mortality rate among wealthy nations, and it's only getting worse, especially for Black moms who are 3 times more likely to die from a pregnancy-related cause than their white and Hispanic counterparts. Dr. Joya Creer-Perry is a leading specialist on maternal mortality among Black mothers.
We know the consequences of racism, sexism, gender oppression are causing us to die within childbirth. We have never invested in people who are the most marginalized. Our healthcare system was created to ensure that people who have resources
help
you to. So this sister here is trying to do that and make this business. Her name is my bad. Her name is Ebony Bradley.
Help you to see what the vision.
So this is
really help
in Dallas, Texas. You know what I'm saying? So this is a sister who has that business in Dallas. And by the way, Bwana is way more petty and holds stuff way more than I do. So go ahead, Erica, if you want to say something. Go ahead.
Oh no, you can go ahead. I was just reading some of the comments.
All right, so this is another one.
Pushed her even more to hire a doula.
I was like, that's not going to work. If something goes down, that literally could be the end of my life.
A doula is a trained professional who provides support to moms before, during, and after childbirth. Fallon is part of a growing trend of Black women turning to Black doulas as a life-saving advocate during birth. As a Black woman, Fallon is more than twice as likely to die during childbirth or after compared to white, Asian, and Latina women. That's according to
all the people of color, y'all. You know what I'm saying, by the way. You know, our friends, they are friends, Erica.
JLC.
Yo, Bukar, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening to him talk about how, you know, we even die more than the other women of color, man.
What about the Indian women?
You know, they got their own land. They ain't counting them. On that damn reservation, they ain't counting them.
They having babies on casino floors. No, my bad.
Yeah.
to the CDC.
We're perceived as stronger. Oh, you can take the pain.
Experts say there are many reasons for the high maternal mortality rate among Black women.
There are a lot of issues when it comes to racism in medicine.
Other reasons could be chronic diseases, access to proper health care,
I
and
forget
many
what
Black
city
women
this
say
is.
they do not feel heard when receiving care.
Their very first sentence is, you know, I know about the increase in the maternal mortality and I don't want that to be.
I forget what city this one is. And I wanted to show this for Casidra. All right, so this is in San Antonio, another one. She's opening up a birthing center. And this is what I'm saying, yo, Black people is out here opening up medical institutions. So let's support these things, because like we hear Erica's testimony, we hear other people's testimony, but that's to get us motivated to actually put our money where our mouth is. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just the testimony, because like the testimony is going to continue if we don't do nothing, you know?
Henry spoke with midwife Nikki McIver Brown, who tells us it's one of the few Black-owned birthing centers in the U.S.
10 years ago, Black women were twice as likely to die during childbirth. It's for women to bring life into a world that sometimes overlooks those with a different skin color. She opened up a birthing center in Comal County, which offers a more comfortable space than a traditional hospital setting.
I am one of 14 Black-owned birth centers in the United States of America. This is a location where people will come and have their babies outside of the hospital setting. We're set up with emergency equipment. We're set up with just a really home-like environment for you to just come in and have your baby, be loved on, and then go home.
Giving birth in a home-like setting can offer a sense of calm during such a life-changing moment.
People will just really drop their guard down. When you have somebody that looks like you just feel like you're just safer automatically. There's a lot of cultural things that, you know, I've experienced, that other Black women have experienced, and it just seems like they have a little bit of extra peace when they come in.
Once a year, the Black community is highlighted and issues in the community are brought to the forefront.
Once a year. Well, I was in 365 days a year. But anyway, this is in San Antonio. This one is in San Antonio. This one is in Mississippi, y'all. And it's all all ads on all of this, but this one is in Mississippi.
Sisters in Birth in Jackson provides pre- and postpartum coaching, medical advice, and care for women, mostly Black women who feel they've been neglected by Mississippi healthcare providers.
Managed care organizations are doing a horrible job in intervening in the lives of the Medicaid population to help them to get healthy, to improve birth outcomes.
Getty Israel founded Sisters in Birth. She says the problem is rooted deep in systemic racism. She says it's only getting worse.
Most of the women who are having babies are poor. Most of those care.
I talked with some moms who describe stark differences with and without Sisters in Birth. One says the treatment at a hospital was appalling.
They were very ugly to me, to the point that my daughter's grandmother had to say something. It was, I think, partly because of my race and partly because of my age. They talked to me as if I was a child, but I was not a child.
So with this damn classism, ageism, it's black stuff, man. Like, you think they gonna treat a 40-something-year-old Black woman better? I don't understand this.
I was an adult.
Lauren,
what's you say, Erica?
It's racism. I wonder why people just won't be real.
They don't want to accept it. What you say, Bukhari?
They scared they're gonna do their job, I guess.
It's ageism, it's classism. We got to focus on all these other issues and not necessarily, because you know why? For real, because the white men are gonna kick their ham pots. You know what I'm saying? And they scared. That's why they got to say white man instead of white boy.
Thurman had a C-section. She says her epidural was ineffective, and she says her doctor did not care.
I was literally screaming during the procedure, and I felt everything. And that was very traumatic, and I didn't realize how traumatic it was until I had my second one.
Both women used the same word to describe their doctor's attitude.
Nonchalant.
He was real nonchalant about it.
Israel says her goal is to...
That's something that, would you say nonchalant, Erica?
That, like, don't care. Why do you think they was acting nonchalant when I was screaming when my leg was hurt? After they chopped it off, sawed it off, because y'all know they be using real saws and stuff to do that. Yeah, it'll be okay. Yeah, he didn't care. They don't care about us. One of them told me, I remember I was getting a IV, and she said, "You have very soft skin, but your skin is tough. So I'm gonna have to use a bigger needle."
How you got soft skin, but it's tough?
Don't make no sense.
Yeah.
And it sounds like she's describing like, oh yeah, this meat is soft, but it's tough.
Yeah, she was rubbing my skin, and she was saying, "You have very soft skin, but it's so tough. I'm gonna have to use a bigger needle." They do little stuff like that. Imagine how they do the children. You know, if they do grown people like that, imagine how they do the kids. Do y'all remember when the paramedic was using the real big needles on the kids because they was Black, and they caught him saying that? I think somebody recorded him saying it.
Yo, they sick, yo. And Ross said this one, this birthing center is run by Dr. Moses Young. I guess you know them. That's what's up. But yeah, they sick, Erica, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, they are sick when it comes to that, you know. And they really be like, yo, like, yeah, I know we cut your leg off, but you're Black. Like, I know you don't have pain receptors or something.
You Black, you don't need your leg, so you can outrun us, jump us, outdo us. We don't want you to have no legs.
Right, because that's crazy. They like, if you crying, then that means they gonna put you in another form. Well, you probably might still be in the hospital today if they saw you crying.
That's what I'm saying. I had me going to River Edge because I was crying. So we can't cry now?
They was gonna send you to Milledgeville for crying.
Exactly.
What is she
That's
crazy?
exactly what they were gonna do. And that's exactly what that nurse was telling me. So she was like, you better go on, whatever, how you gonna cry, you better go on and do it now and get it out. And do not let them see you crying because it's not gonna work out for you.
Ain't that something? You better hurry up and cry now. Like, yeah, like
Yeah.
my pain. Like, yeah. Let me tell that to my pain. You better hurry up and hurt now, because later I don't want to talk about that.
We making jokes and stuff, but
Right.
that's off.
Yeah, no, that's serious. Like, yo, like, how can you tell somebody that? Like you better get it out, because like you can't control that. Like, when somebody hurt, they're going to cry, or if something, or if you're sad or depressed, that's just a part of it. Like, your feelings are a natural thing. Like, sometimes they smart. Like, Black people don't know, like, we're mad but don't know it. We don't know that we're supposed to be mad, and it's okay to be mad. But your anger is letting you know something needs to be done. It's just a matter of you using it in a practical manner instead of using it on ourselves.
Yep, think about that, man. You go into the Asian store, it's hurry up and buy. Black woman in the hospital, hurry up and cry. Ain't that some shit?
Oh my goodness! You know what? Because Yep, hurry up and cry.
Hurry up and buy. Hurry up and cry. As long as you hurry up.
Right, and the fact that they probably get paid for that part of it too, Erica. When you if they would have caught you and tried to send you up there, they probably get paid for each patient that they have in there.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, so that's Jackson, Mississippi. All of these drones have ads for some reason. This is St. Louis, Missouri. I'm pretty sure they built it by
Option
now.
for delivery. Oasis for expectant
mothers in St. Louis offers prenatal care.
Trimester, as soon as they find out, we get those calls. But oftentimes we have people transferring their care in the second trimester because they may be unhappy with the current care that they're receiving with their provider.
In 2020, 861 women died of a related cause.
Valued or respected in the society, let alone in the maternal health care sector.
Doctors say lack of insurance coverage and prenatal care can lead to pregnancy complications in Black women. Trust in the healthcare system is also a challenge.
Sometimes. All right, so, and it's not just
This Black History Month, we've been sharing.
So this is this is actually a pediatric clinic, you know what I'm saying? A place for Black children, you know what I'm saying? So this is other things that we have, you know.
With you, stories of people who are paving the way in our pediatric clinic in Indianapolis.
Ooh, that was a good one, buddy.
Family nurse practitioner Takeda Taylor is making Indianapolis healthcare history. She's celebrating 1 year at Children's Express Care Clinic, the city's first Black-owned pediatric clinic.
It's still really unbelievable. You know, every day I'm just like, wow, I have a clinic. I have the first Black-owned pediatric independent convenience care clinic in the state of Indiana.
She says her love for children and 20 plus years of healthcare experience inspired her to take a leap of faith and open an affordable, trustworthy, and convenient pediatric clinic on the east side.
I wanted to bring healthcare to the urban areas because it's a health desert. You know, there's a lot of urgent cares in the north side communities, in the Fishers Cornwall area, but there's nothing in our urban communities.
Taylor adjusted the clinic's hours to stay open until 8 p.m. 3 nights a week to give parents more time to bring their kids in after school and work.
His assessment, he sounds really good. However, I did send the medicine over to the CVS pharmacy here.
Once I go get them, most times places are closed, so it's always nice to have the doctor.
Since Taylor opened in February of 2021, her business has continued to grow.
We have grown tremendously. You know, when we first started out, we were seeing one patient a day, one patient a week. Now, you know, we're averaging 10 to 15 patients a day.
We caught up with Taylor in December when she was seeing 60 patients a day due to COVID-19 and moved into a larger clinic. The demand for care has been so great, Taylor began offering testing and vaccinations to entire families, not just the kids.
COVID here in this setting has definitely went down a lot. You know, about 3 weeks ago, it was ridiculous. You know, we were having people wait in the cars for visits. Now the demand has definitely decreased. Now, we're getting a lot of ear infections, strep.
Taylor says she's honored to be a part of Black history and wants to be an inspiration to others.
It's my passion. Healthcare, I'm a nurturing, caring person. This door, we treat them as if they're family.
She says although Children's Express Care Clinic is a minority-owned business, everyone is welcome.
Oh, Lord. Let me stop it there. I went too far. Now, I'm not going to say don't take other people's money, though, but maybe it was for the news.
But you hear how she said, and when she said a food desert and a health desert, I started thinking about my city. Yeah. Why are they making all of these deserts in our area?
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's
Hard
true.
for a lot of people to survive a drought. They want to starve you out. It's a drought.
Yeah.
There's really no drought. We just out in our community, and we ain't got together so we can make it better, so we don't have to go through this drought.
Right. If we come together and build, that stuff will stop. And actually support our own.
Yeah, facts. All right, so Bakari, and I talked about this one before, but we was talking about athletes. This brother was the dude who played in the NFL and opened up the first Black-owned urgent care in Chicago. And I missed one. I picked the wrong thing twice, but I'm gonna play this one.
Take a deep breath from Premier Urgent Care is not just surviving. Go. In and out, one more time. Okay. It's thriving as doctors there continue their quest to fill the healthcare void on Chicago's South Side. But it has been challenging.
A lot of people may say they have urgent care hours where they may see people who walk in, but they can't provide labs on site. They can't do x-rays. And so we're sort of like a mini ER.
Trauma surgeon Dr. Michael McGee, along with emergency room doctors Ruben Rutland and Aaron Richardson, opened the city's first Black-owned, fully comprehensive urgent care just over a year and a half ago. The doctors say their presence was making a difference, but then came COVID-19, which at first practically shut down the practice.
People who had common injuries that they normally would get checked out, they were having UTI symptoms or cuts, they just decided to ride it out because they thought they would contract the virus just by being here.
The doctors had to adjust so they could keep their promise to provide quality health care to Black people, a pledge made even more important with the threat of neighborhood hospitals being closed. To keep the doors open, they adopted rigorous cleaning protocols. They focus on telemedicine and digital monitoring while becoming one of only 2 facilities on the South Side offering the rapid, accurate 15-minute COVID test. Dr. Gregory Primus, who's in partnership with the urgent care, says the pandemic magnified the disparities and lack of access people in Black and brown neighborhoods experience.
We want to become a facility that can provide a safe, open venue for not only testing, but vaccinations. And so at the end of the day,
but has also increased staffing by 50%.
We want to say
is paying off. Not only does the urgent care treat more patients now than before the pandemic, but has also increased staffing by 50%.
We want to save the world, one patient at a time.
You gotta save all the people of the world, the oppressed peoples. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. This is some good stuff, but Lord have mercy. We ain't even got enough help, and here we are saving the world. All right.
The practice has always included youth outreach. Both occupational medicine and integrative medicine have been added to the urgent care's offerings.
Yo, he said integrative medicine. I hope that means a medical term.
Medicine and integrative medicine have been added to the urgent care's offerings in an effort to address the distrust of traditional medicine some Black people still have.
So we may not be as familiar with acupuncture or meditation, but we know about prayer and we know about spirituality and we know how those things affect our health.
Partnerships with nearby hospitals, participation in clinical trials.
Look, even our medicine is integrated, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to mix the herbs with the white people stuff. So I don't know, y'all. Even our herbs is integrated. Y'all got anything to say about that one?
Integrated medicine is good, man. Integrated hamburger, integrated cheeseburger. as long as it's integrated.
Lord have mercy.
Forecast, do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now, Erica. I didn't hear you at first.
Oh, I didn't know what was going on. But you know that they do have medicine for black people and medicine for white people. It was a big blow up about that, because they would give the white people the blood pressure medicine that actually work and give the black people all the others like the garbage. It was a big blow up about that a few years ago. So yeah. Did y'all know that?
Nah, I never heard of that. Nah.
No, but I surprised me. I kind of figured that. But you know,
Yeah.
it's real and it's been fun. It's been real fun. I got to go.
Yeah, we about to.
Fast out.
All right.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Bukari hung on as long as he could, Erica. I appreciate you, Bukari. And we about to be done. Oh yeah, okay, Erica. Yo, I missed one thing. I just wanted to show one more. It's another black owned medical thing that I wanted to show while we on the subject. So, and this is in Milwaukee, physical therapy clinic.
First of its kind, a Black-owned physical therapy clinic opening its doors near North 16th Street and Fond du Lac Avenue. Jessica Maduker caught up with the owner, who is working to help his community through his passion.
Santana Deacon grew up in Milwaukee, attending North Division High School. He had to pave his own path.
Growing up, there wasn't a lot of people that I could look up to that looked like me.
He always knew he wanted to step into the medical field and realized physical therapy was his path. Not seeing many Black therapists also fueled him to pursue the career as a way to help his community.
Patients are more willing to open up and reveal certain things to me. I think it's right off the bat more of a trusted environment where they feel like they can tell me a little bit more. And it might be that crucial piece of information that can make a difference in their care or not.
And that trust is needed now more than ever in communities of color.
Yeah, you definitely fell off, Bukari. And I agree with you right there, Tanzania.
Therapy is known to have a low number of African American professionals. As of 2020, only 5% of practicing physical therapists were Black. That's according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Santana hopes his presence on the North Side will inspire more people like him to enter the field.
Being in this location here, being able to serve the community that we're in is a big goal for us.
And with that comes educating people on preventative tips to help avoid any potential injuries. He showed me one of his tricks of the trade.
So we have our exercise bands. How can people use this every day to get stronger?
Yeah, so this is a great tool. I like to use it particularly to strengthen your hips, which is one exercise that everyone can benefit from. So the easy way to do that is just to put both your feet in the band, and then slight bend in your knees, and you're gonna walk side to side. And you're gonna feel the muscles on the side here working. And whether you have lower extremity injuries, back pain, this is a good.
Sore from that last one. Milwaukee Advanced Physical Therapy officially opens.
All right, so there's a Black-owned physical therapy. And listen, I'm gonna let this be a positive thing, Erica. But you know, why you on here, Erica? And this, because I know that you would not, you right about not biting my tongue. Listen, man, the Black-owned stuff, like, let's. It's okay to say, oh, yo, like, because I think their mindset is, I'm a physical therapist first. I'm not a Black physical therapist. Just a physical therapist. No, I'm a Black physical therapist. You know what I'm saying? I do this because I know we don't have nobody to look up to. I want to do this to make something affordable for my community, for my people. It's okay to be proud to be Black and to make some medical stuff for the Black community, because even those people who are coons just look at the Black community. Well, what are you doing? You should pick yourselves up by your own bootstraps. Well, in order to do that, you would have to focus on that community and create something. But I'm sorry, Erica. What you got anything to say about that?
I'm glad that they made a Black physical therapy facility. I told you that it was all Asians. I mean, it was 2 whites, 1 Black, and the rest of it was Asian. And do you think they really cared about helping me? They didn't care. That man said that I was lazy because I couldn't pull my body weight up onto a bar. He didn't kill him. You think if I had a fail, he was gonna make an attempt to catch me? Mm-mm. Just thinking about it now, I got a frown on my face because I was so ready to get out of that place. But I knew I had to be there in order to, I was looking at the big picture. I knew I had to be there in order to be able to do what I needed to do when I come home because, you know, I'm basically here by myself. So that's all
Yeah,
I have to say.
and Erica, so like and while you at your home, you know what I'm saying, like do you have like do you have like the help that you need there?
Oh yeah. Hmm.
Right.
But I basically do everything for myself except for cleaning up. I have somebody to come in Monday through Friday to clean up for me. But I do my own laundry because I don't want nobody touching my laundry. I do my own laundry. I cook. Um, I you know I bathe myself. I get dressed. I can do everything. I do everything. I just have somebody to come in and clean up for me, and then maybe run some errands for me, like go to the grocery store and things of that nature. But other than that, I do everything for myself.
Yeah, man. And by the way, so Erica, do you want to, you could put your Cash App in the thing, but I also want to talk about your business though. But like, yo, what, like, just to close what we're saying up as far as like, the medical thing, because I think your story is important for people to hear. And I don't even think they, like, I know you could have went way, like, you could have went, another way. You could have just handled it a different way, and I'm proud of the way that you handled everything. And like, I know I'm not that mature yet, and that's why I understand where you're coming from, and I listen to everything you say, and then I still see how you would put other people and you think about other people and how you can help others even in that situation. But even then, like, it's only the people that is about whatever. Like, now you don't have time to be playing around with other people. But just the whole outlook on everything that you have said today, and but so I definitely gotta commend you and give you a shout out. And I definitely want you to put your Cash App in the thing, you know what I'm saying? But
For some reason, it won't let me. It won't let me mute my mic. It won't let me go to the chat, and I'm scared to try to refresh because I think that it might kick me out. So right now, I can't do nothing but talk.
okay, I think I can get it. I think I can get it. But yeah, go ahead and say everything that, like, just kind of sum up like everything that you've been saying today. Like, okay, yeah, sum it up, and then I want to ask you one last question. But sum up everything that you've been kind of saying. Like, what do you think is like the most important like part of everything that you've been saying today?
The most important thing is to keep healthy. Try to stay healthy so it don't get to this point. I wish I had them, but I've been a diabetic ever since I've been in grade school, and that just caused a lot of other problems as I got older. But try to stay healthy, try to eat right. If you're gonna eat junk, do it in moderation. Exercise, and if something is wrong, if you do get sick, remember what I told you all. When you talk to them, pay attention to what they're saying, look them in their eyes, and ask questions. Even if they start saying, even if you have to take notes, and go home and research it and get a second opinion before you take what they said as their word. And that's about all I have to say. That's my summary forecast.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. And Tanzania said, glad to see Black psychotherapists, all those Black people in sports, and not many Black sports doctors. Yo, that's a fact. They're making so much money off of sports and all of this. Missy Chin, what's up, Missy Chin? Yo, yeah, you should definitely re-listen to this one, and I appreciate Erica Howard for coming through it on here and telling us, this story. I think this is so important, and they're gonna not give y'all the thing for my channel, but it's all good. But I thank you for coming through, Misty Chin. But yeah, they making so much money just off of the sports industry, all of this stuff, and it's a whole field. Like, like the Negro Leagues created a whole industry of stuff. Like it's the sports doctors, the reporters, the analysts, the coaches. You know what I'm saying? Not just the players, the scouters, the people who call the games, you know what I'm saying? All of this stuff comes with all of it. The concession stands, all of that comes with the Negro Leagues, not just the players. Like, just like with schools, it wasn't just the students, it's the teachers, it's the curriculum. Like, all of this stuff is rooted in everything, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, so Erica, let me ask you one last question, and you kind of answered it already with what you're saying, but ultimately, it could be anything though. It could be off this particular subject, but if you could be a young Black person, a young girl, a young boy, what would be your advice? It could be anything, right? It could be education, it could be fighting back, it could be health, or what we're talking about today. It could be any topic that we ever talked about, HBCUs, anything. But what would be your advice for, the youth?
Listen to your parents. Listen to your parents and just do better than what we've done. Please. Don't be, I'm 47 years old. Don't be 47 years old talking about the same thing that we're talking about right now. Don't be 47 years old talking about how white people and the others do Black women in the medical field. Because y'all can change that. Y'all can change it. That's what I would say.
Man, Erica, you are the truth. That was the real. I couldn't have said it no better myself. Honestly, I'm ashamed that, I'm saying, that I'm still here and we still talk. And people got to realize I talk about this stuff to encourage us, not for nobody else. Who cares about anybody else? But it's what you said. We're still having the same conversations over and over and over. And life is happening. We're going to have to eat, you know what I'm saying? After we get off of here, we're going to have to go eat. You know what I'm saying? Why not control that? So that's the realest thing, Erica. And by the way, Erica, and I meant to tell you, can you send me something? I want you to talk about Chef in the Chair.
Oh, Chef in the Chair. Well, I'm in the chair for real now. At first I had a prosthesis, but I'm still baking. I'm still cooking or whatever. I got a girl called me right before I came on with you, forecast, and she was like, please tell me that you can make me, that you feel up to it to make me some oatmeal raisin rum cookies. I was like, yeah. She was like, but I just want them for me. My mama and my husband want some different cookies, and she want 6 dozen. I was like, I can do it, but you're gonna have to call me back later on. I'm about to go on this show. She was like, I'm gonna call you tomorrow to put my order in. So yes, I'm still baking. I know I haven't been advertising or whatever, but I'm still baking and I'm still cooking. I am. So I am chef in a chair, and I'm gonna have to
Hey, Erica, can you send me something? You could text it to me, and then I can send it to myself. Do you
I
have
can
anything?
talking about like what? My
Like,
email.
yeah, no, like, yeah, you can email me or text me like something that you made. Like, I know you sent me something before. I don't think I still have it though.
Oh yeah, I send you some stuff. I can't send it to you right now because something is wrong. My phone is frozen, and I'm scared to press anything because I don't want to get kicked off. But I will send you some stuff, and you can put it on another show if they'll still be interested or whatever.
Yeah,
But yeah, I can send you some pictures of some cakes and stuff like that.
yeah, because I meant to tell you that earlier before we came on here, but I forgot because I was rushing, so I could have showed it while we was talking about Chef in the Chair. And I'm telling you, like, yo, like, if that's why I wanted to show you the stuff that Erica be making is serious. It's like, yo, she should have her own bakery. It is her own bakery. Like, it's not that she should have it. It is
But
that.
wait a minute, let me tell you about that. Black people say, okay, I charge $50 for my cakes. My cakes are three 10-inch layer cakes. Those are big cakes. Okay, I charge $50. The bakery charge $80 and beyond. And what I have black people saying to me is, why do you charge $50 for a cake and you don't even have a bakery?
Yeah.
Despite that, I'm baking in my house and I'm baking whatever you ask me to bake. But that's our mindset. So
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
the white man's icing is colder, I guess. But no, I'm like, Erica is like, yo, a professional baker. Like, yo, when I tell you Chef in the Chair is a real business, is a real business. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why that's why I wanted to put it. That's why I wanted to show it because like it's like she really makes the thing. Like, they don't even make it like the pictures that they show. Like, they probably hire Erica to make the cake that they show, but they don't put it in the stores, you know what I'm saying? Because they can't make it that way. And she really does that.
Yeah, I make homemade cinnamon rolls and everything.
Yeah. And I definitely can't wait till I get my cotton candy cake, Erica. So
That cotton candy cake was inspired by my 6-year-old little cousin.
see, the children know what's going on. It's before they get infected with the, you know what I'm saying? So your cousin is a genius.
Yep.
But yeah, go ahead.
I have really enjoyed being on this show tonight. I really have. I'm glad that if I could help one person, then that's the goal.
Yeah. And Misty said, is there any social media? But if you get in contact with me, you know what I'm saying, I could definitely get in contact with you. And I'm going to show this on the next one. It's my fault because I meant to hit Erica up. Like, I hit her up earlier this afternoon, like, you know what I'm saying? And I meant to say that, and I had like hours to do that, but I'm still immature, y'all, you know what I'm saying? So y'all got to bear with me. So it's my fault because I wanted to show everything that she has going on. And that's why I wanted to, you know, kind of put it out there. And but I'm telling you, it's definitely professional. And you know, I'll put my order in now, Erica. Well, I put my order in a minute ago, but you know. But I appreciate you, Erica. This was good. Like, I really think this was probably the best show that I probably ever had, to be honest with you. So
I appreciate that, but you done had some good shows.
yeah, but you like, but like the business thing and this thing, I think is and the water thing, I think is some of the most important things. But like this has more of a practical solution than the water thing does. And business is this, we're talking about your business right now, you know what I'm saying? And once Erica get her brick and mortar store, like we'll all know that once we go to Georgia, we'll have to stop at Chef in the Chair and get, you know what I'm saying, a slice of cotton candy cake, y'all. So she said when Tanzan said when they ask you that, you should ask them if they want to eat the cake or the bakery.
See what a lot of people, what a lot of folks don't understand is when I make my cake, I use real ingredients. I use real butter. I use the fresh eggs, and I use cream. I use whole, the whipping cream and all that. A lot of people that make your icings to cut corners instead of using butter, you know what they use?
What's that?
Crisco Lord. Yeah. Have you ever had a cake that was on a paper plate and the cake was greasy?
Yeah.
Like you saw grease coming from it.
Mm-hmm.
That's because they don't make it with what they're supposed to make it. They cut corners and make it with Lord, Lard.
Yeah, that makes sense though, you know what I'm saying? But that's what separate the official places and the non-official places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying, like, yo, that's why we gotta support it. And Erica, do you have a way that for the people that can get it, like can place an order, do you have a way that you could place an order?
Well, first off, if there's anybody in the chat that know anything about sending off orders and how to package your stuff to send it through the mail, that's what I was trying to get help with that. And how do you ship out for cake and cookies and stuff, and with it being in good condition. That's the only reason that I wasn't doing online orders, because I didn't know how to do the shipping. So if anybody have any information or know how to do that, then let me know, and then we can go from there. I'll be glad to ship off cakes and stuff, but
yeah. I know it got to be a way because them other people do it, but they got a lot of money too, though. But like,
right.
and that's what I'm saying, like, because you already saying black people complaining. I don't think that $50, like you go to Kroger or whatever store whatever in your neighborhood, you gonna pay way more than that, and it's not gonna be as good. But like black people already complaining about the stuff, but like I'm pretty sure that there's a way to do that. Yo, we should actually like have a show to do that,
But yeah.
Yeah, you and Misty Chen said her daughter and her family just moved to Georgia. Are you near Covington?
I'm in Macon, Georgia. I think that's a good little way from Covington. Isn't Covington up there by Atlanta? I think it is. I live in Middle Georgia. I'm 60 miles south of Atlanta.
60 miles might be all right, but yo, I really think that, what I'm saying, like maybe even if you place it on the price of the order, like, what I'm saying, like, it is what it is. Like, we always talk about going the extra mile to support black businesses, like, and really if you think about it, because the other company, you do it because you trust, Europeans, of course, but you still pay the shipping and handling. So like,
Oh
You
yeah,
still
you still pay the shipping and handling, but I'm saying like I want to be able to get the cake there and it be in good condition. I don't want the cake, crumbling or the icing messed up. Or I got to figure because I know it's a way that you can ship cake because I know I done seen people do it, but for some reason people would not tell you how to do those things.
right.
I know what the reason is, but they won't tell you how to do it.
Yeah, we definitely got to figure that out because I think that you would be a millionaire if you do that because I think I know that I've seen it because I know that I want to get mine, you know what I'm saying? So I think that is definitely a way and I'm willing to pay for mine, you know what I'm saying? I can't speak for nobody else, but people say they about Black Power until it's time to put their money where their mouth is, Erica. So
Mhm.
But yo, this was great, Erica. Like, yo, I thank you so much for coming on here. You like, cause you didn't have to do this for me, and I think this was so important for people to hear. I think there's so many lessons in everything that you said, and I think there's so much motivation that could be taken from it. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, even like, can I be honest with you? Like, even what you said about like the shoes thing, you know what I'm saying, kind of hit me because I never even just thought about it in that way and just taking the time to at my age, you know what I'm saying? Because I could be like, well, I can eat whatever I want. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm young. I'll go to sleep and then I wake up in like 3 hours and I'm good. But that stuff actually affects me and in the long term it's hurting me. Yeah, so she's 60 miles south of Atlanta
Mhm.
and
In
and
Macon, Georgia.
yeah,
Yeah.
in Macon. So if you anywhere near Macon, Georgia, I'm pretty sure Bakari will make a delivery if you're within 60 miles. So we can put Bakari to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm pretty.
because be the delivery job.
he might charge a fee to deliver, but we'll work it out somehow.
Mhm.
But yeah, I forgot what I was just saying, but like I said, I really think is this what we was doing here is important, and people need to learn. And like we have no friends at the end of the day. We are all we got. You know what I'm saying? So I thank you so much for telling your story, and I know it gets so much deeper than even what we was talking about right here.
It does.
Yeah. So. And I hope, and I know this inspires other people. I hope it inspires somebody else. And oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, as a young person who feel like, I can eat and do anything I want and it doesn't affect me, it does affect you. So you better listen to your elders and all that stuff hits home, because if you can limit the amount of mistakes that you have while you're young, you know what I'm saying, then the better off you'll be. So she said Dyson Seafood. This is restaurant. I'm sure they can use cakes. Okay. Misty's from DC. I'm in VA, DMV all day. And shouts out to Buwana. So yeah, again, thank you, Erica, man. You got any last words? Appreciate Bakari for coming on. And notice, Erica, they did not come on today because they know not to play with you. That's number one. But when we talk about something real, they not gonna come on here.
Well, it is what it is.
Only Tanzan asked the question. Actually, Bakari came on. He jumped in, and Tanzan asked the question. And Misty, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Misty and Bawana been here the whole time. Actually, everybody who been here today the whole time. But notice nobody jumped on and raw.
I appreciate it.
But yeah, Erica, any last words? Because and by the way, y'all let me know if y'all want something. We'll figure out something. We're gonna figure out something for you, Erica. We're gonna find a way to get your business popping. If y'all want to support Erica too, and y'all feel her story and show us any love, this is her Cash App here. So Erica, you wanna say any last words?
I just appreciate all of y'all listening. I will always be here for you all if you all have any questions. outside of tonight, if you have any question, I be in the chat all the time on Bakari and the Forecast channel. I'm going to get me a channel too, but my channel is going to be a cooking channel. So I'm going to show y'all all kind of stuff, all kind of ways how to cook all different things. I'm even going to show y'all how to make these different cakes and different desserts and all of that. So when I get ready to do that, please support that or whatever. And I guess I'll talk to y'all next time.
Yeah. And by the way, and Missy said, yo, do you have an email or something, Erica?
I do. It's Queen Erica 09 at Gmail.
He said Queen Erica what?
09
at Gmail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm putting it in the chat. And yeah, for some reason they cannot see Raw comments, but yeah, Raw been commenting, throughout the show. So shouts out to Raw. Oh yeah.
YouTube, I think YouTube be doing stuff.
Hey, but Wanda has a good idea right here. She said, "Get that cooking channel." I think that would promote your business. Like I know, like if you got time or whatever, but if you like while you doing orders, like if you have a way to record it, I think that would be like real dope, Erica.
I'm gonna do that. And see, Bawana was trying to be funny in Bakari's chat about some fried chicken, and I told him I'll send him the recipe. See now, Bawana, I'll be able to show you how to do that fried chicken.
I need to learn. I can't cook for real, Erica. I'm gonna be real with you.
For real, it's easy. You just have to learn some little basic stuff, and then once you learn some little basic stuff, and once you get something up under your belt, then you'll be wanting to do more and more. You'll learn. You will learn.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Bawana though. You definitely, I think you should make a cooking channel. Like you can monetize the channel. You can sell recipes, or not sell the recipes, but you know what I'm saying, promote your business, and then like chef and I think that's a real good idea. Like that's a real good idea, Bawana. And shouts out to Everett and Shanique. Thank y'all for coming through. Y'all should definitely listen back. Erica has a real, her story is for real. And y'all need to support her and support Erica's Cash App. And like she said, man, Black people, man, listen, man, if you order something for her, you got to pay the, whatever, so she can get the ingredients and get it together. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have the luxury of raping and stealing and killing a nation of people to get our wealth, right? So we're gonna have to work together to build our wealth together, right? So let's support Black businesses. I went to a Black owned business, they have hamburgers though, Erica. I'm not gonna lie, I got a hamburger and the barbecue sandwich and stuff. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit more expensive than other places, but it was good as hell. They make it fresh. And it's a Black owned place, and there's a whole bunch of Black people in there.
Right.
But,
like a homemade hamburger is gonna be way better than McDonald's or Wendy's. Listen, my aunt, I still pop my popcorn on top of the stove so I can control what I put on my popcorn. And she was like, you crazy as hell. I'll get the bad popcorn and throw it in the microwave. And I was like, I'm telling you, the popcorn that you pop on top of the stove is way better than microwave popcorn. And she didn't believe it. And I proved her right. Way better.
Yeah. Yo, I'm telling you, Erica, when you make your channel, I'm gonna be playing your videos on here. You know what I'm saying?
I am going to work on that. And I was just saying, I said I'm gonna start me a cooking channel. I know I can do it,
Yeah.
Yep. I know I can do it. If them other people can do it, I can do it too. I just got to learn how to edit and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
I am going to do
because
it.
the stuff that you make is unique, though. You know what I'm saying? That's what I admire. Like you, what was the other thing that you had made? It was a while ago, Erica. It was something else, and it was like something I never heard of, and you made it. I forget what it was. I never heard of cotton candy, but it was something else. I forget.
Was it a dessert?
Yeah, it was a cake. It was something. I forget what it was. But it was like dope though. And you sent the picture of it, and you had a picture of, like, you sent me the picture of it. It was like white ice, and it had like red. It was like had red on it.
That was a strawberry cake, but I had did a strawberry drip on
Mm. Yeah, it looked good though.
it. Yeah, that's my most selling cake.
Yeah.
Those strawberry cakes,
Mm-hmm.
because I make them with real strawberries.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, like Shanique said, if you make it, we will watch. If you build it, they will come. They be trying to doubt me, Erica, but what I'm telling you is the truth. If you build it, they will come.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I am going to do it.
Yeah. So if y'all want something, first we got to come up with a way to get it to her. And there's enough black truck drivers. There's enough industry. We have enough money, enough quote unquote spending power. If y'all want something, that's where you can get it from her. If y'all want to support Erica and everything that she's been through in her story, that's her Cash App. And I suggest that y'all do that. And I need to do more. You know what I'm saying? I don't do it enough. You know what I'm saying? But I thank Erica for everything that she do. If I could, I would, you know what I'm saying, have her on salary. But, you know, I got to get to that point, you know what I'm saying? Because she helps me and Bakari, you know, do everything, especially when we be having the meetings. People say, let's do stuff in real life. She's the one that's organizing the stuff when we have the ideas, you know what I'm saying? She's the one who put it, you know what I'm saying, on paper.
And we still need to work on getting together and meeting up and doing a meet and greet. I really, really, really want to do that.
Yeah, I agree. But you know, the problem is though, Erica, like when it came to the end, you know, only a few of us stood there. Me, you, Bakari, Tanzan was there, you know, Tanzan stood in there, you know what I'm saying? Just a few people.
Only a few of us was willing to roll our sleeves up and do the work for real. See, a lot of people just be talking.
Yeah.
And don't be for real. But I ain't gonna start. I'm not gonna start.
Yeah. Yeah. And I got a shout out there. Cassandra was on there, Matron was on there. Like a lot of them came through. But the people who we started that first meeting with, they're no longer around. You know what I'm saying? So, and they even supported the water thing, but like even when I hit them up about what to do with it, they never responded. So, you know, and I still got it. And I want to find the right thing to do with it. I really want to give it back because I don't want to be responsible for it, but I want to find the right thing. Everybody like, no, we trust you, but I want to find the right thing to, you know what I'm saying? It could be a school thing, it could be a water thing, you know, but I just haven't found the right way. But the water thing is not going to work because, you know, I don't know. But that's a whole other subject.
Maybe, yeah, we got to find something productive to do with that.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about that. But, you know.
Yeah. So thank you, though, Erica. Thank you. I appreciate your story and all of that. Yeah. So, and y'all should definitely listen to this. And that's all you wanted to say though, Erica?
Yep, that's all I wanted to say for now.
All right. So let me do this. I'm gonna let Fannie Lou Hamer have the last words. And she, you know, she did what she had to do. Some reason my mic is not working the right way, so I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna let just her be the last words. And thank you again, Erica.
I was carried to the county jail and put in the booking room. They left some of the people in the booking room and began to place us in cells. I was placed in a cell with a young woman called Miss Vesta Simpson. After I was placed in the cell, I began to hear sounds of licks and screams. I could hear the sounds of licks and horrible screams. And I could hear somebody say, "Can you say yes, sir, nigga? Can you say yes, sir?" And they would say other horrible names. She would say, "Yes, I can say yes, sir." So, "Well, say it." She said, "I don't know you well enough." They beat her I don't know how long. And after a while, she began to pray and ask God to have mercy on those people. And it wasn't too long before 3 white men came to my cell. One of these men was a state highway patrolman. And he asked me where I was from. And I told him Roosevelt. He said, "We're going to check this." And they left my cell, and it wasn't too long before they came back. He said, "You are from Roosevelt, all right," and he used a curse word. And he said, "We're going to make you wish you was dead." I was carried out of that cell into another cell where they had 2 Negro prisoners. The state highway patrolman ordered the first Negro to take the blackjack. The first Negro prisoner ordered me, by orders from the state highway patrolman, for me to lay down on a bunk bed on my face. And I laid on my face. The first Negro began to beat. And I was beat by the first Negro until he was exhausted. I was holding my hands behind me at that time on the left side because I suffered from polio when I was 6 years old. After the first Negro had beat until he was exhausted, the state highway patrolman ordered the second Negro to take the blackjack. The second Negro began to beat, and I began to work my feet. And the state highway patrolman ordered the first Negro had beat to sit on my feet, to keep me from working my feet. I began to scream, and one white man got up and began to beat me in my head and tell me to hush. One white man, my dress had worked up high. He walked over and pulled my dress. I pulled my dress down, and he pulled my dress back up. I was in jail when Medgar Evers was murdered. All of this is on account of we want to register to become first-class citizens.
Yeah, so I just wanted to play that. And again, man, thank you, Erica. This was the best show that I think, in my opinion, this was the best show that I ever did. So much information and so real. You are the realest, you know what I'm saying? So thank you.
You're welcome, and thank you. Thank you for being my friend. I'm glad to have true friends. Thank you for being my friend. You and Bakari, when you all stuck with me through the hardest. That was a hard time last year. It was hard, and I am so grateful that you and Bakari was with me. You all did not forget about me one time, not one time. And every time that I needed you all, whether it was to send me some money to get me something to eat, or to just listen to me talk, or I abused. I know I'm abusing your Netflix. Thank you for that. But the Netflix got me through when I was in the hospital. But I appreciate y'all. I really do. I do. I do more than you know. And these little things like that would mean a lot to me. It really does.
No, yeah, Erica, you already know that, you know what I'm saying, we ain't gonna forget you. That's the least of the kind of stuff that we could do. I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I'm the kind of person that's like, I feel like there's nothing that I could do to help you because I haven't created the thing that can help you, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my job, you know what I'm saying? Even if I gotta make it start from scratch, but that's a whole nother thing. But like, you know, it's just my job to make it possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like that kind of stuff is like nothing, because like we still in other people's like territory. It's my job to make it so that like your story, like, yo, the person needs to be punished. You know what I'm saying? That Asian bitch needs to be punished. You know what I'm saying? Like all of the other people that's involved need to be punished. And until I am able to do that, then I'm not happy with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my personal opinion about it, you know.
I understand.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you. And so shouts out to Bakari who came on here, and Bakari was definitely crying when you know what I'm saying, he was calling me. Now I'm just messing with Bakari, you know. Well, yo, we both was crying. Erica. I'm not gonna lie. But so shouts out to Misty, shouts out to Everett, Shanique, you know, Tanzan was in the building. Shouts out, thank you for your question, Tanzan, because Tanzan the only one that actually asked the question. Shouts out to Bakari for coming on. Shouts out to Bwana for being here the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Even though my brother Bwana was more petty than me, but my brother Bobby, thank you, my brother. Raw, definitely all the time. Thank you for all your support, Raw. Raw is the realest, you know what I'm saying, too. And she's Raw for a reason. And I can ask her what's the solution right now, and she can give me a straight up answer that none of y'all got the courage to say, you know what I'm saying? So thank you, Raw. Namra X, appreciate you. Shouts out to considering what she doing in Realm in the Bush. She's looking for the duelist so she can you know, do business with them and make you know, opportunities and paid entrepreneurships, you know what I'm saying? Not entrepreneurships, but paid you know, when you work doing training, you know, I forget the name right now, I'm blanking, but paid internships. So, you know, shouts out to Koku and everybody that came through, and definitely shouts out to Erica. And I'm gonna show the stuff in the chair thing. Definitely, I'm gonna get you to send me the pictures next time I come on here, because I want to show that. So, thank you. But all right, y'all. So, what you saying, Erica?
Oh, I was saying I'm gonna make sure that I send you those pictures.
Yeah. So support Chef in the channel. Put it up there one more time as we go off, if I can find it real quick. Chef in the chair. If y'all want to support Erica, this is her Cash App. This is her email. If y'all want to be in contact to see if we can make something happen with sending her a thing, and I'm gonna research that for you, Erica. So you know what I'm saying, we can make something happen.
Okay.
But, yeah. So as always, man, we have got to start standing for something, or we're gonna keep falling for anything.